up now, and we are ready to start the official match protocol.
All right, we see the flags coming onto the court. Just real quick, this is Guatemala's first match of the tournament, so we'll see what they have in store for us. Honduras, we saw yesterday. We know they're led by their captain and their setter, number 10. That is number 10, Daniela Gomez. And their main gunner is number 17, Aceituno, and number 7, Duran. She's a left-hand hitter. She gives the block a lot of problems.
Yes, Francis. I hope our team scouts are out here tonight, because this very well is an important game, as we have yet to match up with these teams.
And these two teams playing here, Khalid, we are going to be playing them Friday and Saturday night. So folks, if you're not here, come on out today, and definitely come on out tomorrow, Friday and Saturday night, to see Team Belize take on the rest of the teams in the field. All right, we're ready for the referees here to start the match officially and the national anthems of both teams. All right, we're going to take a pause here and just watch for the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, since we're waiting here for the official start of the game protocol, we'll take this opportunity to mention some of our diamond sponsors, Boyne & Boyne Limited. That's Coca-Cola and Crystal Water. We've got Simon Kwan. You name it, we've got it. Simon Kwan. All right, this is the beginning of the official game protocol, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back after the national anthems have been played.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Belize Volleyball Association proudly presents. It's pleasure to welcome you to the XIX U21 Central American Volleyball Championship, Belize 2022. The teams of Honduras versus Guatemala. In match number 3.
Please stand up as we listen for the national anthems of the participating teams. First, the national anthem of Honduras. Guatemala.
All right, we're back. And the national anthems of both teams have been played. Khalid, we're ready for some high-level volleyball between Honduras and Guatemala. Both teams, the fans are minimal, but they are here to make noise.
That's correct. The few we have indoors will be rowdy and be cheering hard for their respective teams.
That's right. And now that the teams are hyping up themselves, let's take this opportunity to hype up our sponsors. We mentioned earlier Bowen & Bowen Limited. That's Coca-Cola, Crystal Water, Simon Kwan, you name it, we've got it. Sharp Engineering Limited. Quality from project concept to completion. And of course, TNC, they're broadcasting live for us here so that the viewers at home can watch. And now we're introducing the referees for this match. And Khalid, being a referee yourself, how familiar are you with these referees? Can we expect the game to be called tight, loose, or what are we expecting here?
Francis, these referees, both of them came around the same time I received my international certification, so they are very experienced. This Alejandra is a very experienced referee. She's one of the best in Central America. And Jose Menjivar, he's very good also. He's from El Salvador. You can expect a very consistent game from these two. The ball handling, the game management would be very much on par for these two referees.
Excellent.
And
excellent.
they work well together. I enjoy working with these two referees. The communication is very good with these colleagues here.
All right, and now we see the starting lineup for Honduras, starting with number 2, Rocio Duron. Number 7, that's their opposite, their lefty, Dasley Duran. And now we see their captain, their setter, number 10, Gabriela Gomez. All right, number 14, Natalia Reyes. Now number 15, Khalid, Shanette Silziar. She was their serving MVP yesterday. And of course, the setter's favorite target, number 17, that's Andrea Aceituno.
Yes, number 17 is high energy, high usage. Honduras goes where she goes. So if Honduras wants to win this game, she'll take them as far as, or even to medal, but she will take them as far as they can go.
All right, and here for Guatemala, we have number 4, their middle blocker, Sofia Ibarra. Number 5, Jimena Maria Castellanos, that's their setter. And number 6, that's their captain, Naomi Monet. And number 8 there, Ivana Sopegno. That's their opposite hitter, their right side hitter, Khalid. And then number 12, Maria Santa Cruz Kosic, their outside hitter. And number 16, rounding out the starting lineup, that's Andrea Mendizabal, their middle blocker. Their,
Francis
their libero there, Khalid, is number 9, Ana Granados.
Yes, for some reason this Guatemala team is, I do not recognize much of the players. It seems to be a very new bunch, except for the opposite and one of the liberos. So it will be interesting to see how they perform tonight.
Right. In previous years, it's very common to see one or two of the under-21 team playing on the senior team.
Correct.
While they might not get as much playing time, they get the exposure. I know I recognize number 7 from Honduras. She played on their senior team. That's Duran. And we're starting here, ladies and gentlemen. Gabriela Gomez, the captain for Honduras. She's back to serve. The referees are at the desk checking the ball. Head referee is in position. What do you predict for this game?
This portion of the game, Francis, is when the referee presents the game ball to the server. My prediction for this game, I would say 4 sets Honduras.
Honduras in 4. We haven't seen much from Guatemala, so we're not quite sure what to expect, but what we've seen from Honduras was very impressive, and we'll see if they're able to stabilize based off the performance yesterday.
Yeah,
served there by Gabriela Gomez. Beautiful reception by the libero, and right through the split for the middle hitter, number 4 for Guatemala. That's Jimena Castellanos. Wrong, Sofia Ibarra for Guatemala.
That was a smooth play by Guatemala. Everything was executed to perfection.
A good pass, good set, good hit. And even though they had 2 blockers, the hitter for Guatemala was able to get it in between the split. And now we have Maria Santa Cruz serving. That's their outside hitter. And she targets. And look, Khalid, that's a common theme that we saw yesterday. Teams are targeting Aceituna, their main hitter from Honduras. Why do you think that is?
Well, they're trying to wear her down for the match. And it seemed the passing is not the strength of her game also.
Absolutely, absolutely. She definitely has been focusing more on the hitting. So that's 2-0 Guatemala. And back to serve once again, number 12 for Guatemala. All right, decent, a little out of system pass by Aceituna. Of course, she rolls the ball over. Dig by the libero, set to the outside. And an easy roll over the top of the block to the outside Aceituna. And a strong cross-court hit, saved, but not saved in play by Guatemala.
And in one rally, Aceituna was used twice. Like I mentioned earlier, that she is the engine of the Honduras team. So
she's certainly the favorite target of their setter and their captain, Gabriela Gomez. Let's see if Aceituna can rattle off a couple of points here on the serve. Guatemala is up 2-1, Honduras serving. Aceituna. And that's a beautiful serve right into the middle of the court there for an ace.
That serve looked like it was going long for a second, and then it dipped early. So
when a float serve is done well, it's quite a beauty to see, isn't it, Khalid?
Yes, that one from this angle we had, it traveled beautifully.
All right, that's Aceituna to serve. Tie ball game 2-2. She hits the same spot. Pass out of system by the outside hitter and hit out of bounds by number 12 for Guatemala, Maria Santa Cruz. That was the previous server for Guatemala. And now we see that while they started off very well, Guatemala now is not passing as well. That could be from the tough serve of Aceituna.
It seems Guatemala have a strategy to attack the right side because all their swing, I've noticed, is going to that direction.
Oh, open net for the right side there. Dig by Aceituna. Set to the outside, number 7, Duran. Easy free ball. Set to the back row, number 12. And hit right on the right side of the court there, Khalid.
As mentioned, it seems Guatemala has noticed a weakness in Honduras team game plan. They're attacking the right side. And so far, it's working.
It's pretty common that attackers would want to go after the setter. The setter typically is not the best defensive player on the court for any team, except in the case of you and I, of course, Khalid.
That is correct, Francis.
Yeah. And set for Honduras, and the lefty hits the ball out. That's number 2 for Honduras. That's Giannin. Wrong. That is Rocio Duron. Rocio Duron for Honduras hit the ball out. Guatemala is up 4-3. These types of games where it's going back and forth, they're not a sprint, Khalid, they're a marathon. So it's all about who can stabilize the run and get it in. And that's one way to kill your run.
Okay. Correct. Right now, it's basically feeling out your opponent process. So you're trying to get comfortable in the game, comfortable with your surroundings and everything. And from there, you try to make runs.
All right, and now it's number 15 back to serve for Honduras, Shanette Celiazar. She has a tough serve. She was killing them last night with her serve to the right side for Guatemala. Dig by Celiazar. The setter Gomez sets the pipe. Aceituna again. She hits the ball at the libero. Dug. All right, and it's going to be a down ball there for Honduras. The setter goes outside to one of her favorite targets. All right, and they're dug by the setter there for Guatemala, and that's a free ball mistake there for Honduras. All right, they're able to recover, dug there to the outside, and she can jump. That's their main hitter for Guatemala. That's number 6, their captain, and probably their best player, Khalid, Naomi Monet.
The Honduran setter seems a bit off today. Her balls are not reaching outside. They're dropping in, so the attackers have to adjust and take a step inside to attack.
Do you think that's fatigue beginning to show itself, Khalid?
I think it's a bit too early in the tournament for fatigue. I just think she's not comfortable right now.
And a bad pass leading to an errand play there.
And that could be caused by a combination of things. It could be passing. It could just be her nerves right now.
Yeah, it could be her nerves. And back to serve is number 2 for Honduras. That is Rocio Duron for Honduras at the serve. All right, good serve, puts Guatemala out of system, and they go to their main gun, their number 6. All right, Doug, they go to the right side, to the middle. Good things happen when you set the middle, Khalid. All right, and that was a double attack there for Honduras, and they end up getting the point.
That's correct. That is one of those plays that you cannot coach. It just happens.
It just happens, and it happened the right way there for Honduras. Honduras is up by 1, 6-5, and a service error there by Rocio Duron. We've seen a lot of service errors throughout this tournament, Khalid. Why? You typically don't see that at this level. What's happening?
I think the coaches are being aggressive with the serving. They're trying to hit the spots, and they're calling out the 1 second, Francis.
All right, and pass set. They run a slide. A beautiful trick there by the Honduran middle, and it works to perfection. The libero wasn't able to get it up in time for Guatemala to play it. And now back to serve is number 7 for Honduras, Dazi Duran.
Yes, as I was mentioning, strategy at this age group is very key. It's not like the senior level where it's a power game,
right?
More with the serve. Right here, it's strategy and outplacement.
What a serve there by Dazi Duran, puts Guatemala completely out of system. It's going to be a down ball, and they weren't able to take care of it. So we can see that the gamble of serving very difficult to the other team does pay off more often than not, wouldn't you say?
Correct, Francis. And for a second there, I wondered if the referee was a part of the match. I just can see the player took a swing at him.
Yeah, well, sometimes the referee get, as Creole would say, getting a liquid. All right, another beautiful serve there by Duran. Set the middle there for Guatemala. Seems like the setter and the middle can't connect. This particular middle outside there, number 12. Go, oh, and the libero for Honduras just got shot in the head there, Khalid.
That's correct. But she has heart. She threw her head there to try and get the ball up.
That's one thing you have to respect the liberos. No matter how hard the ball is coming, they'll put themselves in the way to give themselves a chance to dig the ball. And now back to serve is Andrea Mendizabal, the middle blocker for Guatemala. Guatemala is down by 1 point. It's 7-8. Honduras up by 1. And a trick there by the Honduran setter. Those haven't been working for her. And Mendizabal hits the ball into the net. You don't usually see a middle blocker attacking from the pipe. What happened there?
Actually, she was a server and the libero was out. I think it was just the best option for the setter at the time.
Yeah, and why would the setter for Honduras try a trick in that particular situation? Those tricks haven't been working for her throughout the past 2 days of this tournament. And we have number 14, Natalia Reyes serving. Beautifully executed serve. They set the pipe. Like I mentioned earlier, number 6 is the main hitter there for Guatemala. And boy, can she jump.
Yeah, that is correct.
I think she jumps as high as our Garrett Bruce, Khalid.
That is correct. And she has an amazing technique and a great swing. She's an excellent player to watch.
That's right, that's right. They weren't able to get the point there. Natalia Reyes is back again to serve. And you see that the libero takes up almost half of the court, the Guatemalan libero, for the pass. And they will still avoid her, I believe. Oh no, they attack her there, and it turns out to be an ace, yes. Khalid.
That is your coach having super confidence in the libero to give her so many court coverage.
It didn't pay off there, and we see Guatemala calling a timeout. Honduras has run up the serve. It's now 11-7. Honduras is up. And we'll take this opportunity to continue bigging up some of our platinum sponsors. Of course, we have the Belize Tourism Board, and we have HRCU. And many people don't know, Khalid, the CFO of HRCU, Mr. Clement Usher, he was a previous president of the Belize Volleyball Association.
Yes, Francis, he was the president during my junior team years. Actually, I started to get involved in volleyball during the year, more in the organizing and helping out wherever I can. Mr. Clement used to believe that everyone do their part, no? And he paved the way for a generation of volunteers to come along and help out in the sport.
And during that time, Khalid, volleyball really changed. It used to be that you just tried to get the ball over the net, but then they started setting so people could hit, and then that's when they started setting the quick. I remember the first time that the quick set was used in Belize.
Yes, correct. It was jaw-dropping to see. And Mr. Clement Usher, I believe, is credited for starting to engage us with Cuban coaches to help us.
That's right, to bring them in the late 90s there. And we have Natalia Reyes back to serve. All right, and she attacks. She has a tough serve, Khalid, and it ends up being another point there for Honduras. That Guatemala is having a lot of trouble there with this float serve by Natalia Reyes.
Yes, as you can see, the coach has put 3 passers in the rotation now. They're trying to make the the court as covered as possible.
And one thing I'm noticing, Khalid, as Natalia Reyes goes back to serve once again, whereas number 6, the captain for Guatemala, is their main attacker, she's also their main passer, aside from the libero. But for the case of Honduras, they try to take their main hitter out of the pass completely to save her legs. Which one do you think works better?
I would say I would prefer my passer in there. We're setters. We enjoy to have the game easy for us.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. At the end of the day, setters just want to get the ball well so that they can execute their offense. And back to serve now. We have number 5 there for Guatemala. Number 5 there for Guatemala. That is Jimena Castellanos. And they run a slide somewhat out of system, but Guatemala wasn't able to handle it. Honduras' setter, something is off here. She's not connecting well with her hitters.
That is correct, but Honduras is a very scrappy team. The players make do with what is put in front of them. They do not give up, and they try their best to adjust, and they just try to keep the ball in play.
And as a setter, that's a comforting thing, Khalid, that even if you make a mistake, you know your hitters will take care of the ball for you and give you guys a chance to make the point. And a block there by Duran for Honduras. All right, coming over, free ball for Honduras. Block there again for Honduras, and Honduras ends up getting that Celiazar at the net. Really working hard for that one. I think that was about 3 blocks in a row.
Yes, as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, Honduras was playing chess with them, and now they're pulling away.
Yeah, now it's 14-8. Honduras is up. We have the captain Gabriela Gomez back to serve. And that's a killer float serve, puts Guatemala out of system, but a decent set there, dug by Duran, and their lefty, but she wasn't able to get the ball over the net.
And that was an excellent read on defense by Duran, but unfortunately she did not execute the attack.
Yeah, I think I saw her face after that attack there, Khalid. She wasn't too pleased, probably because the set didn't come very well. She was a bit upset with Gabriela Gomez. Probably not expecting after a big dig like that they would set her. We have number 12 here for Guatemala serving, and that was just an errant serve. Ball goes out.
Yeah, Francis, I might have to change my prediction. This is not looking good for Guatemala.
Not looking too well, but I will say this, Khalid. Honduras started the first set the same way yesterday, and we saw El Salvador claw their way back in. Honduras is a very their momentum swings like a pendulum. Their play, it constantly changes throughout the game, and they go through a lot of lulls. We have another timeout there by Guatemala. Honduras is executing to perfection right now, Khalid.
Yes, Honduras seems to play to the level of their opponent.
All right, and of course, the last sponsor that we wanted to big up here was RF&G. It pays to get it right. And actually, just before I came here, Khalid, I wish they were showing me on the camera because I went to get my teeth cleaned, and that's because I have medical insurance from RF&G.
That's excellent, Francis. Great smile today, actually.
Yeah, a great smile. Unfortunately, the crowd can't see it, but that's okay, guys. That's okay. One day you'll be able to see it. We have a 16-9 game. Guatemala has already expended both their timeouts. And this is what we see from Honduras. When it's going well, it goes very well. But then they fall into lulls, 2-3 points in a row, and then they just crumble. Let's see if they can be a little more consistent today, because it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That is correct, Francis. I think Honduras has figured something out, though. I don't think this one, Guatemala will get back in this one.
All right, they have their main gun there, Aceituno, back to serve. Let's see who she's choosing to attack. All right, she attacks. She tries to go after the libero, between the seam of the libero and the middle blocker there, but or sorry, the opposite. But she serves the ball out. That's a service error for Honduras.
Although that serve went out, Francis, you could have clearly see that the passer had to make a quick decision. It was a very tough ball, and you had to make a choice.
That's
either
right.
leave it or play.
And number 4 for Guatemala pays them back with another service error. So Honduras had a service error, and then Guatemala goes and has a service error.
And that is very deflating to your team. Now you just got a point based on an error, and you gave the ball right back.
And now we have Shanette Seliazar. She was the MVP of serving last night for Honduras. And what a line shot there by number 6 for Guatemala. That is Naomi Monet.
As you can see her approach, she came in like she was going to attack the cross court very hard, and then she just changed to the line hit at the last moment. It was an excellent execution.
Those types of hits, Khalid, can only occur, one, when you have the vertical leap to execute something like that, but also the ball must reach the antenna. The set has to reach the outside, and the Guatemalan setters, her set is making it to the outside and giving her hitters a chance. Number 7 serving for Guatemala puts Honduras out of system. It's going to be a free ball there. And it hits the tape, and Honduras gets the point. They got lucky there.
That is correct, and the Honduras player offered no apologies for that one.
Well, you know, after the game they can be friends, Khalid, but during the game it's a war. And we have number 2 serving, Rocio Duron for Honduras. Let's see who they choose to attack. 3 passers for Guatemala, and they're attacking the libero. All right. Decent pass, not so good a set there by the setter for Guatemala, and outside it's a big lefty for Honduras, but it's blocked by Guatemala, and that's number 6. Now Khalid, number 6 is their outside hitter. Outside hitters typically block on the other side of the court. They made an adjustment there because they knew with the setter up top they would go to the big lefty on the outside.
Correct. That was a great adjustment by the coaching staff. Sometimes the players make that call on the court during the match.
And attacking that lefty passer there, and they go to the middle. Oh, it was a pipe serve, and Aceituno ends up hitting it into the net. That was an interesting play there. You have 2 hitters up top, the setter is up, and they chose to go with the pipe there, even though it was an out of system.
Yes, and correct, and even so the pipe set was a bit behind the line, so the attacker did not have a good approach. Like you mentioned earlier, this setter seems to be very off today, and she's lucky that she's not playing a higher level opponent.
That's right, and we have a dig there by Guatemala. The middle blocker ends up getting it over. Outside there by Gabriel Gomez. That set is falling in, but number 7, Dazzly Duran, takes care of the ball. Once again, we'll say it again, folks. The setter for Honduras is not having her best game, but the rest of the team is clawing their way into it, and they have a lead here, 19-13.
Yes, and with a team with taller blockers, we'll be having a field day with those sets.
That's right, and we have Dazzly Duran back to serve, the big lefty. All right, she goes after the captain there for Guatemala, and a big hit there for number 12 for Guatemala. That is Maria Santa Cruz. She uses the block there to perfection. All right, and we have number 16 going back to serve. That's Andrea Mendizabal, the middle blocker there. And now is the time. They need a run, Khalid. They can't allow to give up much more points here.
Yeah, that is correct. So first you need to start by getting the ball in play, and after that you defend.
All right,
the serve.
Good pass there by Honduras. A slide, and the middle blocker there, number 14 for Honduras, ends up using the block. That's Natalia Reyes, and she goes back to serve here.
That was a good call just now by the setter, and it was executed to perfection.
All right, Natalia Reyes is back to serve. She had a tough serve earlier. She gave them a lot of problems. I see that Honduras is attacking the libero on the pass. You don't typically see that. Why do you think that is?
As mentioned, Honduras believe that this libero is not the best, and they believe they can get points off of her.
And number 12 for Guatemala climbs the block of Honduras, Maria Santa Cruz, and she ends up getting the point there
that point of attack just now was very high, and the blockers had no chance on that one.
All right. And back to serve is number 5 for Guatemala, That's Jimena Maria Castellanos Garcia. All right, let's see. Guatemala needs a run. All right, she goes after Aceituno. Not the best pass, but of course, Gomez is going to force the ball to Aceituno, and she gets the point. It's clear that Gabriela Gomez is only confident in Aceituno.
If you notice what Guatemala is doing there, they have a passing libero and a defensive libero. In that instant just now, the libero ran away from. She was falling backwards when the attack happened, and that's why she did not get the dig the hit.
And a pretty good serve there by Honduras, Gabriela Gomez. But oh, great dig, great pick up free ball there for Guatemala. Let's see what play they run. They go back to the right side, and it's a trick there, but she doesn't get the ball over the net.
That's an example of, I was mentioning that Honduras is a very scrappy team. They don't give up on plays, and see, they were rewarded for that.
That's right, and the score now is 22 to 15. 22 to 15. The captain for Honduras is back to serve. That's Gabriela Gomez. She's been attacking the right side of the court there, the captain, and she tries to go back, but she serves the ball out. It seemed that her mechanics were a little off there.
Her body pointed to that direction clearly to serve out.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. The setters in the back row. 3 big attackers for Honduras. Number 12, that's Maria Santa Cruz serving for Guatemala. She had a big hit just a short while ago. Let's see if she can make a run. And it's going to be a jump serve, Khalid. We haven't seen that many jump serves, and yeah, it causes problems there for the libero of Honduras.
But, honestly, it was a high looping jump serve, so it should not have been so hard to deal with.
It should not have been, Khalid, but when you're not seeing that many jump serves in the tournament, you need to get your bearing and find out how best to deal with those.
That is correct, and you see the coach for Honduras immediately put 3 passers in the lineup.
That's right. All right, great pass by Aceituno. They set the middle. All right, blocked there by Guatemala. Doug, quick set to the outside. It doesn't seem like the hitter was ready for it, but she ends up getting a point. All right, and we have number 12, Maria Santa Cruz, and the Honduran coach calls a timeout. It's now 22 to 18, Khalid. Guatemala making a small run here.
Correct. The coach called that timeout to stop the bleeding. Guatemala seems to have gotten some momentum, and they're trying to put up a fight to get back in this set.
That's right. All right, we'll see what the strategy is for the Guatemalan server coming out of that timeout. But Guatemala making a late run here. Will it be enough to account for the huge runs that they were giving up early in the game to Honduras? Like I said, Khalid, this is a key game in this tournament. It's going to show who will be the tougher matchup for Belize. Unfortunately for Belize, they have to play these teams back to back. But that's the nature of a tournament like this. Typically, you only get 1 day off and you're playing multiple days in a row.
Yes, and you only get 1 shot at a team, so you have to make it count.
That's right. And that's why scouting is critical. I'm not seeing any of the Belize scouts here, but to be fair, none of the scouts for the other teams are here either. So we'll see. Maybe Belize has already scouted both these teams. And we have number 12, Maria Santa Cruz, going back to serve. The ball gets away from her there, but it's going to be another jump serve. She takes some off of it, and it's still giving problems for the libero.
I believe the Honduras coach now will go to his bench because he needs to.
And like you said, they're switching the liberos there for Honduras. Sometimes a small switch is all it takes to mix things up a bit.
Correct, but I would even go further, Francis. I would take out one of my hitters in this moment from the back row and put in one of my better passers just to help stabilize the team.
That's right, that's right. And Maria Santa Cruz is making a run here for Guatemala. Consistent serve. Honduras is having trouble with it. They go to Aceituno. A big block there for Guatemala. That's number 4 middle blocker, Sofia Ibarra. And Sofia Ibarra took care.
And just like that, Guatemala is knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door. And in the last 2 points, Honduras has called 2 timeouts, coach.
And that's their final timeout for this set.
Final timeout for this set. So now both Guatemala and Honduras they've exhausted their timeouts. We'll see who can execute their strategy moving forward here, Khalid. It's all about who can minimize the errors. This is the part of the game, the part of the set that the most efficient team will win.
Correct, and it's always hard to close out a game. Sometimes you have a big lead, but closing out is always the hardest part of the game.
All right, and we see that the coach for Honduras has left his backup libero in, so they've taken out the starting libero number 9 and put in number 1, primarily because of passing. They've been having trouble with this serve from Maria Santa Cruz. Let's see coming out of the timeout if she can keep the serve going. It's a jump serve here, or a well-placed jump serve, but all right, Honduras can get attacked, and a big block there once again from Guatemala. All right, and the setter is out. The libero goes to the right side hitter, and she hits the ball into the net. Those are the kinds of plays that you cannot allow to happen at this juncture of the game there, Khalid.
Yes, those are heartbreaking, and especially after you made such a run.
Yeah, but Guatemala back in this game. Honduras is up by 3, 23-20. Who will win this first set? Aceituno back to serve. Oh, killer serve there, Khalid, for the ace.
That was a float, Francis. That ball had a lot of movement on it.
And she attacked number 12, Maria Santa Cruz, and it could be that Maria was tired from serving so many jump serves in a row. She served about 6 straight balls. She could have been tired from that, and Aceituno attacked her. Set point here for Honduras, and Aceituno serves the ball out. No, this is a difficult position for Honduras. Do you go aggressive on the serve, or do you keep the ball in and trust your blocking and your defense?
Well, Francis, you're down by 3 points, and I would go for it. I mean, it's hard to come back from 3 points, so you need to go tough.
That's right, and Guatemala has brought in a server, that's number 11, and Elisa de Leon, and she serves the ball. She comes in cold and serves the ball into the net. Honduras wins the first set.
As you can see, they were trying to go after Duran with that serve, but she did not execute properly.
And a couple interesting points to note. Now, it's never easy bringing in someone cold off the bench in a critical part of the game. However, as a player, you need to stay ready, Khalid. Everyone has a role on the team, and that player, number 11 from Guatemala, did not come in and execute.
That's right, Francis. There is a warm-up box provided for teams that they can do their stretching and stay warm for the match. But it seems that player was sitting throughout the match and was not doing what is right to be ready.
That's right. And another interesting point, Khalid, I wonder if the Honduran coach will stick with his backup libero, or if he's going to put back in his starting libero, number 9, Maria Caricioli.
I think he has to go back with the starting libero. He will need her for the rest of this tournament, so he needs to keep her confidence level up.
That's right. That's right. And you might have noticed since you've been around volleyball for a while, their assistant coach there for Honduras, that's Catarina Lizette Leiva Arreola. Now, she used to be one of the big female players for Honduras.
Correct. She was one of their main attackers, a very smart and a hard hitter.
That's right, that's right. I can remember seeing her play toward the latter stages of her career, and she was a force to be reckoned with for sure. It's great to see that she has now transitioned to imparting all of the knowledge and experience that she has into now the younger generation, especially at this level, the under 21 level.
Interestingly, Francis, during the preliminary meetings, she came up and was having conversation with me and was asking me about certain streets in Belize City, and she mentioned to me that she has a lot of family living in Belize.
Oh, so, does she? She has a lot of family living in Belize.
So she mentioned family right in the Kings Park area and was asking me for direction. So she seemed to have some ties to Belize, and she said she has been here a couple times before to visit family.
You know, typically when the other Central American countries come up to you, when people from those countries come up to you and talk to you, you typically don't expect them that they would speak English, but Leiva Arreola, she speaks very good English.
Yes, and she speaks very good Creole, just like me.
Yeah, she speaks very good Creole, just like us here in Belize, and so she fits right in. She's always been a good friend of Belize. Honduras as a country has always been a good friend of Belize.
That is right.
And we go there to play practice matches sometimes. They're good, and we see her talking to their to the starting libero there. So I think they're going back with her. She's probably just giving her words of encouragement.
Yeah, that is correct, Francis.
All right, and now we have.
No, it seems that they're leaving in the backup, Francis.
No, number 9 is the
Yes,
starting libero.
That is correct.
That's right, yeah, and it's Caracioli.
Yeah, yes,
That's
correct.
the starting libero there for Honduras. So both teams are now going the same way that they began. For Guatemala, it seems that it took them too long to get into their rhythm, to get into their game. You can expect them to set number 6, their captain, some more. That is Monet. Yeah, that's Naomi Monet. She seems to be their main hitter. She seems to be the one that is, she has quite a vertical leap. And here's Maria Santa Cruz, their best server. And once again, Caracioli. And that scrappiness of Honduras pays off. Let's see what Guatemala does. They set the middle, good turn there by the middle. And a touch, a net violation there by Celestiar for Honduras. Point Guatemala.
The middle blocker was trying to reach a little bit too much for that ball and got caught up in the net.
Yeah, she got caught up in the net there. And now Maria Santa Cruz is back to serve. Let's see if she can keep it going. She's been serving well in this match. They've been having a lot of trouble there with her jump serve. And she keeps the ball and she's consistent, Khalid. Decent ball there by the passer. And number 6, Monet. All right, and here is Honduras. Aceituno hits the ball into the net. And that's point there for Honduras. Or sorry, point there for Guatemala. It's 2-0.
Guatemala managed to get 2 blockers up just now, and it paid off for them.
All right, and we have number 12, Maria Santa Cruz, going back to serve. All right, let's see. She's been consistent. She's had a tough, consistent jump serve there, and teams have been having trouble. And another ace serve. And once again, the Honduran coach going to his backup libero early here in the set. And that's demoralizing there for a starter. You see, he pulls her aside and he's talking to her. He's probably giving her words of encouragement, trying to get her to square away her fundamentals. Her fundamentals are not there yet. All right, and we have Maria Santa Cruz back to serve. All right, jump serve there for Santa Cruz. And the backup libero having just as much trouble. And we have a Jack Smith there for Guatemala. Guatemala with an early run here, Khalid.
Yes, Francis, I'm not sure what is going on, but that serve seems to be giving this Honduran team a lot of problems.
Yeah, quite a bit of problems for the Honduran team.
The Guatemalan strategy was immediately to start with their best server.
And that is interesting because Anelisa De Leon is their opposite hitter, which means they've gone away from conventional volleyball. They've started serving and a big block there by number 4 for Guatemala, Jimena Castellanos. Now, conventional volleyball, typically the setter starts with the serve, Khalid.
That is correct.
But they flipped the script. They started in rotation number 4, and their opposite hitter, their right side hitter, is the one that's serving. And these are the kinds of tactical moves that prove to pay dividends here in long games like this.
That is correct. The Guatemalan team needed a spark, and they just got one.
They got one by the name of Maria Santa Cruz. Consistent, tough jump serve there. And it's going to be a free ball. And that was a mental miscue there for Guatemala. No one went for the easy trick there.
But that was also a well-placed ball by Duran.
Well-placed ball.
She approached like she was going to take a swing, and then she pulled down to her hand and just gave a free ball over to the 3-6 position.
Gabriela Gomez there with a tough serve. And the number 8, the middle blocker there for Guatemala, runs a slide and hits the ball into the tape.
Yeah,
and that is Ivana Sopeño. Sopeño for Guatemala hits the ball into the tape. It's now 5-2. Honduras is up. Gabriela Gomez back to serve. And now let's see. All right, we have an errant pass here by Guatemala, taken care of by the captain for Guatemala. Free ball there. Guatemala is executing their offense. They go to the outside, quick set, and over the top of the block of Honduras. Guatemala gets the point there. It's now 6-2, Khalid.
Yes, that is correct, Francis. The big middle blocker for Guatemala is back in the game. She's a bit slow. We'll see if Honduras will capitalize on this.
Or Honduras needs to do something to minimize the bleeding there. And number 4 for Guatemala, Jimenez, that's Sofia Ibarra, serves the ball into the net. And what we're noticing here is that there are a lot of errors on each side of the ball there, Khalid. Aceituno is back to serve. Let's see what happens here. Aceituno with a tough float serve, handled well, middle set. Oh, and a facial there for the libero of Honduras. That was a greatly executed middle play there for Guatemala.
That is correct. That pass went on spot, so all the the Honduran blockers had to remain home, and that gave the middle attacker a one-on-one.
And here in Belize, you call that where the ball hits your face before you can get your hand here. You call that a facial there, Khalid. Or in a Belize, I say, he gets shot.
Correct, that is correct.
All right, back set. Number 2 there, that's Duron. Going to the outside, their main hitter for Guatemala. She takes some off, rolls the ball. There's a set there, and the big lefty for Honduras hits the ball into the block, and a good outside set there. That was a good jump set by the Guatemalan setter.
Honduras. The Honduras setter is still missing. If you notice, that ball is dropping inside.
That's right. And meanwhile, the Guatemalan setter is settling into her offense.
But on the other hand, the Honduran attackers should have picked up that the ball is dropping in already, and they should take that extra step in.
That's right. And number 5, Jimena Castellanos, that's the Guatemalan setter. And a serving error there for Guatemala. It's now 8-4. Guatemala is up by 4. Honduras is back to serve with Celiazar, and she's not serving as well as she served yesterday. We'll see if she picks up the aggression here. And she a great serve. That's a tricky position there for the middle blocker to try to pass the ball.
Because at the moment of contact, the middle is trying to cross over to get to her home spot.
That's right, that's right. And that was a well-executed serve there for Honduras. And they're attacking the captain of Guatemala. That's number 6, Monet. And that's another service error for Honduras. All right, and Celiazar, and we see Honduras sticking with their backup libero. That's number 1, their backup libero, Alessandra Hernandez. And they've gone away from their starting libero primarily because of her passing issues, the passing issues that she had faced.
Yes, Francis. Normally when you're a libero, your job is either to pass and defend. Actually, that is your job. So,
and that's a great line shot there by Duran, and a trick there by Guatemala, and it falls down there. The Honduran libero couldn't get there in time.
That is correct, Francis. I'm not sure what is happening to this Honduras team at the moment, but I believe a timeout will be coming anytime soon.
That's right. And defensively, they seem out of sync, Gabriela, and there goes that timeout.
That's a late whistle. That would be an improper request after this serve. The referee will inform the desk to give that violation.
And we see the sets of Gabriela Gomez going all the way in. Honduras gets the point. But we see the head coach for Honduras talking to his assistant
As you
coach.
can see, the second referee is going to inform the desk that an improper request warning has been placed on Honduras. So if they have another improper request for the rest of the match, they would start to get cards.
And what are the repercussions of getting cards, Khalid? If you I know that there are yellow cards and red cards. And what happens if you get either one?
Yes, if you get a yellow card, it's a warning. A red card is a loss of rally and point to the other team.
Okay, I see.
But improper request for everyone you have, you get a red card going forward now. So,
oh wow, so if they have another improper request, that's a red card moving forward, which means they would lose a point. And a good serve there by Rocio Duron. All right, outside for Maria Santa Cruz. The scrappiness of Honduras, and I don't understand what's happening with the setter of Honduras. That was the third play. She should have jumped and tried to play that ball over. Honestly, as I watch her play from here, Khalid, it seems like she's playing a bit lazy.
Yeah. These teams normally bring 2 setters, Francis. I don't know why the coach has not gone to his bench as yet.
Well, it seems that they have immense faith in her. She's their captain, she's their setter. They haven't gone away from her yet. Let's see what the server for Guatemala can do. That's number 16. All right, and it's going to be a free ball there for Guatemala. A well-played free ball. They go to the middle. The setter is out. It's going to be another free ball. The setter is out for Guatemala. They go to the outside. Here's Santa Cruz, and she goes just to the outside of the block of Gabriela Gomez, the setter for Honduras. You see that when you set the outside hitter and the setter's front row, Typically they try to attack the setter because setters are usually not the best blockers.
That is correct. And Guatemala seems that that will be their go-to thing for the rest of this game.
That's right, and I must correct myself. Setters are typically not the best blockers, except in the case of the male national team setters of Belize, myself and Elton Anderson. I'd like to think we're the best blocking setters in Central America, Khalid.
Yes, Francis. Everyone has their opinion. I'll leave that there.
Well, that is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, Khalid. All right, and we have a timeout there by Honduras. They're down by 6. It's 12-6 here in the second set.
But I can say for sure you guys will challenge any hitters.
Well, we're not gonna shy away from anyone. If nothing else, we're warriors here in Belize.
That is correct.
All right, and that's the end of Honduras' first timeout here in the second set. They were able to win the first set, but Guatemala has figured it out, and I think that starts with the comfort level of their setter. That's number 5 for Guatemala. She's the setter, Jimena Castellanos. We can see, typically when you see a setter start to jump set, that means they are comfortable, and she is jump setting, which is an anomaly in female volleyball.
Yes, and she has great hands, Francis, and she has a good read of the game, and she's making good decisions at this moment.
All right, and a serve there by number 16 for Guatemala, going to the run. She doesn't even take an attempt at it, fingers the ball over and jump set. She goes, she attacks the setter once again, goes, and as usual, you call that a field goal there, Khalid. It's when you set your block but your hands are too far apart and the ball goes right in between your hands.
But on the other end, if you notice, the Guatemalan setter ball did not reach outside, but what did the main attacker do? She took that step in.
That's right.
I mentioned earlier, and
it was a great adjustment on her part. And we see that whenever things get tight like this, the Honduran setter tends to go to the one that she is most comfortable with, who is number 17 for Honduras, Aceituna. As we see another service error for Honduras. Honduras is really shooting themselves in the foot there, Khalid.
Correct. They have maybe about 5 service error for the set already.
That's right, that's right. And what is interesting is that on the bulletins here, so on the main roster, Honduras has both number 2 and number 7, Duran and Duran, listed as opposite hitters. Now typically you only get one right side hitter or one opposite hitter on the court at the same time, but they are playing one as an outside hitter, not a right side hitter, which means that one of them, I believe it is Duran. Duran is typically a versatile player.
Yeah, that is correct. I think the coach is trying to get his best players on the court, and he just decided to go with them.
And it's similar to what we do with Kaya Gordon for Team Belize. Now Kaya is primarily an outside hitter, but we have her starting at middle, and she plays the middle well, and we even see her hitting at the outside even when she's lining up at middle. It just speaks to the level of versatility that we have with some players on Team Belize. And Honduras gets the ball over. It's a free ball for Guatemala, a jump set and a beautiful set. You know, we keep on these, it's like poetry in motion, Khalid. When you see a good pass in transition, a jump set, and that tempo set to the outside, they speed up that set, and it's a beauty to watch.
Yeah, I think Honduras is making this change to stabilize their passing.
And I don't know if Honduras got a touch on that one, but after looking at the replay, Khalid, I'm not certain that ball went in. The line judge called it in, but I do believe that Honduras got a touch on it anyways. So we have a serve here. It's the setter for, what a serve, beautifully executed there for the setter for Guatemala. That is Jimena Castellanos. That is a great serve ball, and once again they're attacking number 7 for Honduras, Duran.
Yes, I don't understand why she's not being taken out the pass.
And they put in another passer there for Duran, but they're not pushing Duran out of the pass. She's still a target here, and they attack the new passer, but she does well with the ball. The ball drops in, and that's a big block there for Guatemala. That's number 8 for Guatemala, Monica Vasquez, their opposite hitter. And I think that block there is as a result of the set not reaching outside.
And there goes their last and final timeout, the second and final timeout. And I'm not sure what Honduras can do to get back in this one.
I don't know what they can do to get back in this one either, Khalid.
They seem defeated, and the body language is not looking good. The coach needs to do something to make his team comfortable and give them some life back.
Certainly Guatemala has settled into their game. And I see that they play at a much faster pace than the other teams here that are at this tournament. Do you foresee Belize having any issues with the speed at which Guatemala is playing?
We have big blockers, so if Guatemala needs to the setting and everything needs to be on par. So if they have any misstep, that ball will be stuck.
That's right, that's right.
But the speed can be an issue because we don't normally play that fast game. We are more a power game.
That's right, that's right. That is the identity of Belize volleyball. We are power game. We rely heavily on our athleticism. And in recent years, we have been developing the technique and the overall skill level. We've been developing all that there here in Belize, but we are still heavily reliant on that athleticism. And we see poor mechanics there by the setter for Honduras. Once again, and what a hit. That was pure power there for that is number 12 for Guatemala.
And she's not helping her attackers with her technique. She's not even shaking the blocks.
That's right.
The blockers know everywhere she is going to put that ball.
And typically as a setter, you want to square up to the net so that the blockers on the other side cannot guess where you're going. But if you keep your back to the net, they can read the way your hands are pointed and they can attack there.
As you can see, the Belize ladies are starting to arrive to watch this match.
All right, they are arriving here. They're scouting out the competition here. And I got to say big up to our team, Belize, Khalid. They certainly made us proud last night. They're not playing again here today, but all of them are waving as they walk by.
Yes, yes.
And man, I'm proud of these girls, and I think this is only the beginning for them, Khalid.
Yes, Francis.
What a serve there by Natalia Reyes. All right, out of system for Guatemala, but their captain Monet took some off. And once again, the ball drops in, but Aceituna attacked the right hand of the middle blocker, and the ball comes off, and they get the point. But the sets dropping in are certainly a problem for Honduras. What's happening?
But, like I mentioned, I think Honduras needs to pull the setter out, especially in a game like this that it's gone, and have her regain her composure. But on the other end, Honduras need also to finish with some momentum.
What a pipe there by number 6 Monet for Guatemala. That was pretty to watch. As I'm looking at the roster here, Khalid, I guess this is the answer to your question. Honduras only brought one setter with them, and that is their captain, Gabriela Gomez. So they don't have the luxury of a setter on the bench to put one in. So they're in quite a bind because she's not having a great game. She hasn't been having a great tournament, and so we'll see what happens here. All right, and Santa Cruz back to serve. They end up passing this one well. Ball drops in once again, dug there by Guatemala. Here's number 6 Monet, and she hits the ball into the tape. That's 4 touches there for Guatemala and a point for Honduras.
Yes, it's key for Honduras to finish this set with some momentum and take it over to the third set.
That's right, Khalid. And their captain, their setter back to serve. That's Gabriela Gomez. Let's see if she can make up for her setting here with some serving. And right down the middle and taken care of. Double quick there by Guatemala. It was a beauty to watch, but taken care of by Honduras, and a beautiful trick by Aceituna. That was a smart play. She saw the defender playing all the way in the back.
And yes, and the block went up pretty high, and so when she tipped that over, it was hard for the defender to get a good read on that play.
It was hard to get a good read on that play, and we have a timeout here for Guatemala. Since we have a timeout, Khalid, maybe you can answer a question that Derek and I had in last night's broadcast. We are noticing that in this tournament, there are no official timeouts at 8 and 16. Why is that?
Francis, the game is going in a different direction. It's for the media and television time. The breaks make the TV audience lose interest in the matches. So it's trying to speed up the game. And remember, per night there's normally multiple matches. With that, they try to get the breaks in during in between sets and the ads and stuff like that. Other than that, it's more for game management and speed. To speed up the match and keep the fans entertained.
That's
in-house.
Right. And you fans out there, you can thank TNC 10 there for keeping the fans entertained with their live streaming of these under 21 Central American Championships. Served there by Guatemala Gomez. Jump set there, and that jump set is certainly a beauty to watch, Khalid. And once again, an errant hit by Santa Cruz for Guatemala. And Guatemala is falling into somewhat of a lull. They're not having a terrible passing set, but their hitters, the big blocking of Honduras, they're touching all the balls, slowing down those hits, and they are able to give the Honduran offense a chance to run their transition offense.
That was a lovely serve.
What a lovely serve by Gabriela Gomez, the captain for Honduras. She's not having a great setting game, but she's making up for it with some ace serving here.
For a moment, I thought the ball would not cross, and then it just came.
It just fell. It's like she had a string on it, she pulled on it, and the ball hit the ground there, Khalid. And back to serve once again. And look how many passers there for Guatemala. We saw 4 passers, quick set to the outside, and over the top of the block was Monet for Guatemala. And based off the first 2 sets, now this is Guatemala's first game of the tournament, but I can safely say, Khalid, that number 6, Monet, is their main hitter, and that will be the person to key up on when they play against Belize. Back to serve is number 4, Sofia Ibarra. Beautiful serve there, but scrappiness from Honduras. They get the ball over, free ball for Guatemala. They go quick set to the outside, and over the top, what a dig. And once again, Monet for Guatemala is a force to be reckoned with. She has power, she has technique, and she has vertical leaping ability.
She has a quick jump. As you can see, she got off the floor very quickly on the second attack.
Yeah, and look at that second attack, what we call here a Jack Smith in Belize. A serve there and serve out there for Sofia Ibarra. It's 21-14. Guatemala is up here in the second set. Honduras won the first set. And now it's been a pretty quiet game for what seemed to be Honduras' main attacker, Aceituno. Let's see if she can rattle off some serves here. All right, and pretty good serve there from Aceituno, but taken care of by Guatemala. Guatemala gets the score, and it's now 22-14. Guatemala is up here in the second set. 22-14, ladies and gentlemen. Honduras won the first set, but Guatemala is up by a sizable amount here in the second set. We saw a beautiful jump set there by the setter, and the setter is in the front row, Khalid, so the blockers must account for her. They have to jump with her, so when she jumps and they jump with her and she sets the ball, it really throws off the block and it frees up the attackers. Beautiful serve there by number 7, blocked there by Monet. We talked about that quick jumping ability, and it's going to be a free ball for Guatemala. They go to the outside. There's Monet, and down the line with some power. The setter didn't even try to get that, Khalid.
Yeah, it seems that the server that went in for Guatemala is now the setter.
That's right, that's right. And now we have number 2 coming back in. They had taken her out to put in number 12 for Honduras, rather. They had put in number 12, Genesis Owela, but now number 2, Rocio Duron, is back in. And we have a beautiful serve there by Guatemala, set there by Gabriela Gomez. And that was a heck of a cut there by the lefty, by number 7, Duran there for Honduras. The set was falling in once again, but she was able to cut it back down the line, and she gave a lot of trouble there for the Guatemalan defense. It's now 23-15, 23-15 in the second set. Honduras won the first set, but Guatemala is up handily here in the second set. Served there by Celiazar. Decent pass. They go to their main hitter, Monet, but it is a block there by Honduras. That was not the smartest set, Khalid, but she had nowhere else to go.
That is correct. But as mentioned, in Guatemala took out the opposite, and now the setter is attacking.
And we see Honduras change up. They're not putting the libero back in. Sorry, they changed the server, Celiazar. They put in number 8 for Honduras. That's number 8. Monica Vasquez is into server, their big middle, Celiazar. And let's see what she can do here. A beautiful pass there from Guatemala, and down the line, no defense there from the setter. She's just standing there waiting to get hit on. All right.
If that was hit, that ball was swung at a little harder, Francis, she would have been in a bit of trouble there.
Yeah. There we saw somewhat of a kung fu move there from the setter for Honduras. She's not having her best game. Aceituno errant pass is going to be a free ball here for Guatemala. Easily dug by Monet. Here's the setter. That jump set to the outside, but the ball drops in, blocked by Honduras. And the setter, once again, she stays on the ground, does a good pass, dug there by the setter, set by the libero to the outside. A beautifully placed ball. Here's the setter, jump set to the outside. And they on. Once again, we see the setter relying on her defense. She doesn't move. She expects her defense to get the ball, and Guatemala wins set number 2. So Khalid, your prediction may just come true. They turned it on there in the second set, and we're at 1-1 now.
If I was the Honduran coach now, I would start a defensive team. I would try and not worry about the attack too much and try to get the passing stabilized.
Yeah, that's right there, Khalid. It all comes down to, in both cases, the team that had the early run was able to stabilize and win the set. So we'll see if that's a theme going forward here, to get out early, to get out often. And ladies and gentlemen, these types of tournaments require a lot of logistics, a lot of resources, and we have to thank our sponsors as many chances as we get, you know. And
that is right, Francis.
Another one of our big sponsors for this tournament, Khalid, was the Belize Tourism Board. They have been they have contributed resources for this tournament, and we want to thank them there. So BTB, a huge thanks goes out to you, and of course, once again, HRCU, making a difference in people's lives. And yeah, I mean, I can attest to that. Those who have a savings account, what is it? Save regularly, borrow wisely, and repay promptly, I believe is the theme of HRCU.
That is correct.
And finally, RF&G, it pays to get it right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Francis, we must not only thank the sponsors, but even the team working behind the scenes. We must give thanks to our statisticians. You can see at the far end of each side of the court. They are the one who taking stats of every dig, every pass, every attack, every errors, and they compile the data at the end of each night. And so they are very engaged in the match. We have the team of volunteers that's out there to make sure the game flows, and then we have our team behind the scenes that is organizing and dealing in logistics.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it's important to note there, Khalid, that everyone here, all the Belizeans here that are helping out are all volunteers. None of us are getting paid. They're doing this because they love the sport. They want to see the sport grow, and that's the only way we can make it happen. So we want to say thank you to them. Thank you to the Belize Volleyball Association, the executive, all the hard work, all the volunteers behind the scenes. Folks, it takes a lot to put off an international tournament like this. It's not easy. Many late nights. I think, Khalid, leading up to this tournament for about 10 days in a row, I saw you myself here every single night until after 9, 10 at night, setting up the court, taping the court, setting the antennas.
Yes.
And people don't realize that.
Yes, Francis, it takes a lot to host these tournaments. We have to have things in place, and we have to pass court inspection. So we have deadlines and things we need to meet. But thankfully, when the actual court inspectors came and everything was on par, you know, so we got our A+ there.
Yeah, and so shout out to the entire team of volunteers and those behind the scenes guys. Shout out to the man at the helm, Alan Sharp. And we're now starting, Honduras starting the serve here. Gabriela Gomez starting the third set. Jump set there by Honduras to the middle. The timing was a little off. Let's see what happens. Good set. The ball made it to the outside there, Khalid. All right, jump set to the outside. Here's number 8 for Guatemala, blocked by Honduras. She goes again to number 8. The set didn't make it to the outside. The block was waiting for her.
Yes,
and that's
Francis.
A tall block there for Honduras. That's number 2 Duran and number 15 Celiazar. Both are over 6 feet tall, Khalid.
Yes, yes, Francis. Honduras needs to stop, and the libero is hot right now for Guatemala, so they need to keep the ball away from her.
All right, and that's so said, so done. They serve the Captain Monet. All right, a trick there by Guatemala, setting to the outside. Not the best set there by the libero, but Aceituno able to use the block.
And if you notice, the starting libero is still on the bench.
Honduras has gone away from their starting libero, and they're now with their backup libero. That's number 1, Alessandra Hernandez is now in at libero. And we're at Gabriela Gomez, back to serve. They are now serving away from the libero, Khalid. They're trying to stay away from her, attacking Monet. That's the main attacker for Guatemala. So by serving her, she wasn't sure if she wanted to play the ball there.
That was a tough one, Francis. You either leave that to go out or you play the ball.
Yeah, you just have to make a decision either way and go with it there, Khalid. It looked like it was going to fall in though, so that's what made it even that much more tough. Gabriela Gomez starting with an early run, and it's now 3-0. And once again, she attacks Monet. Monet with a decent pass here. They go to the back and crushed by number 12, Santa Cruz for Guatemala. And once again, the unorthodox start for the rotation here for Guatemala. They start in rotation, well, they started in rotation number 3. They're now in rotation number 4, where now the outside hitter is back to serve. Santa Cruz, their best server. She has a pretty good jump serve there. And well, looks like fatigue is beginning to get to her. She serves the ball out. And it's now 4-1. Honduras is up here in the third set. Honduras won the first set. Guatemala won the second set. And now Honduras is up here in the third set, 4-1. Aceituna back to serve. Let's see who she chooses to attack here on the serve. She goes after the libero. Pretty good serve there. And it looks like it's going to be a point. Oh, no. Good save there by Guatemala. All right, and outside, and the hitter for Guatemala, that's an unacceptable mistake there, Khalid, after everything they went through to hit the ball in the net.
Yeah, and that is correct, and the Honduras practically had no block. She was very late. All she needed to do was take a decent swing at that ball.
That's right. That's number 8, Ivana Sopeño for Guatemala, making an error that just cannot be excused.
Those are the kind of things that drive coaches mad. Yeah, that was an out ball. That was an excellent call by the linesman. That's international beach referee Bruce Coleman.
And that just goes to show that people here in Belize were jack of all trades, Khalid. So he's an international beach referee, and now he's a line judge for indoor volleyball. And back to serve is Guatemala. It's 5-3. Honduras is up. Oh, and a big block there from Guatemala. Wrong, it's 5-2 now, 5-3. Honduras is up.
Yes, the Guatemalan executed that block perfectly. The outside blocker marked perfectly, and the middle came and closed.
Right, so it's number 4 back to serve. Sofia Ibarra, middle blocker for Guatemala. Pretty good serve, puts Honduras out of system. Aceituno. And she just rolls the ball right over the seam between the middle blocker and the outside hitter. And because it was a triple block, it's tough for the person playing defense in the block to know where to go when it's a triple block, isn't it?
Yeah, that is correct, Francis. But that hit there, I was not too impressed by it. She seemed to have lost confidence.
And served there by Celiazar. That ball goes in. It took a last minute dip, a late dip, and it ends up falling in. That's Celiazar for Honduras. It's now 7-3. Honduras is up.
And that's why the float serve is so deadly, because it has a lot of movement on it, and you never know.
A lot of movement on it. Another good serve for Celiazar. Jump set. Oh, that was a beautiful jump set. No, the timing is a little off, and it's going to be a free ball there for Honduras. Well played by Celiazar. Not the best set, but a beautiful trick. That was a smart play there from number 14 for Honduras. And that's number 14, Natalia Reyes.
Guatemala with the early timeout.
Guatemala with the early timeout. And it's been a common theme here across the board, Khalid, that whoever makes that early run is able to sustain it across the board here and win the set. So we'll see if that holds true here for Honduras. They're up 8-3 here in the third set. We're tied 1-1 currently.
Francis, I'm noticing that the Guatemala team, outside of the captain, don't seem to have any big jumpers. So the Honduras team should just keep attacking on this on the line side.
What I'm noticing too, Khalid, is that Honduras plays very well when they're setting their middles. But for whatever reason, I don't know if their setter and captain Gabriela Gomez has lost confidence in setting that middle ball. Certainly her sets to the wings have not been great.
Well, that is caused by a number of things, Francis. The passing has been not that great. So if the passing goes, there goes the middle.
That's
and
right.
You know this as a setter.
That's right. Yeah, it's next to impossible to set your middle when the pass doesn't come great. So Celiazar there attacking the libero. All right, putting Guatemala out of system, but that's a good out of system ball. Scrappiness there by Honduras to get the ball back over, right up back again to Monet. That's a big block there for number 2, Rocio Duron. And we see that Guatemala is living or dying by their captain, Monet. And they have...
what Duran did just now, she on the block she showed one thing and then she reached back late, and that's how she managed to get that block just now.
That's right, that's right. And we have Celiazar still at serve, 9-3. Honduras is up, and an ace serve there by Honduras. It's now 10-3. Honduras is up, and we see Guatemala making a tactical switch. They're changing Santa Cruz, and they're putting in number 14.
And I believe this is a passing substitution.
That's Dulce Trijeño, who's an outside hitter for Guatemala. They put her in for Santa Cruz. All right, let's see what happens here. Celiazar, and they're attacking Monet. Oh, and the middle gets in the way. Monet was waiting for the ball.
And that's the second time that we have seen this done on this rotation.
That's right. That's right. This very same rotation, number 3, where the setter is just about to come to the front row.
What is happening there, as I mentioned earlier, number 16 for Guatemala, she seems to be a bit slow. So she's late in the transition switch to go to her home position, and the Honduras server is serving right to that spot to cause confusion.
That's right. And we're seeing some drummers there for Honduras. They're back in it. They're live. They're here to watch their country play.
If you ever been to Central America and travel and seen sports, you will know that their fans are lively. The team could be losing 23-1, and the fans will give it their all.
That's true, Khalid. But one thing I will say is that Belize, we have the best fans in all of Central America,
correct,
and we will support our girls. You know, there are 6 players on the court, Khalid, but we will be that 7th player that sees the team come through and give them the momentum to win.
That was the key last night. The early start with the noise from the fans.
That's right.
Made Nicaragua very nervous.
Yeah,
and
it rattles the other team there, Khalid. And we have Celiazar back to serve. Let's see who she chooses to attack. My guess would be the right side of the court. And she just right down the middle. She serves Trijeño, who was the substitution there. Let's see who they. Oh, and blocked. That was a back row attack.
This referee missed
that one. The referee missed one, but a wide open right side there for Duran, and she uses the block to get the point. So the referee missed a call, but Honduras got the point anyway.
As you can see, the first referee was looking to her second for a little help, no? But I guess he did not. He was not sure if there was actual touch on the ball.
And they attack the right side of the court, passed by Monet. They set her, the ball drops in at the 32 level, and a block there by Guatemala, number 16 for Guatemala. That is Andrea Mendizabal. And now we have Honduras is sticking with their second libero.
And Guatemala is going back to that rotation now. The setter becomes an attacker. And number 7 is serving, and she will
That's right. Number 5, who is the starting setter for Guatemala, has now become an attacker. And number 7, Andrea Chavez, comes in the back row to be the setter, so that Guatemala just has one more option in the front row. And that's a very tactical move there, Khalid. What it does is it occupies all the front row blockers, so you keep them honest and you don't know where the ball is going to go.
That is correct. You make them think.
That's right. And that split second where you're thinking, that's what causes errors. And we see a service error there by number 7, the backup setter for Guatemala, Andrea Chavez.
In the previous set, when the coach made the switch, she did the same thing. She served in the net.
Well, clearly serving is not her strong suit. Let's see if setting is. And we have her in the back row here. 3 hitters up front for Guatemala. Pass there by the libero. That ball dropped way in, but it was a smart play there by Monet. And Monet is the engine of this Guatemalan team.
Yeah, but the Honduras libero should have been all over that one, Francis.
She had nowhere else to go, Khalid. I don't know what happened there with the Honduran libero. But Honduras is now up 13-5. We have Monet back to serve for Guatemala, their captain. And she serves Aceituno. Again, we see poor mechanics there from Gabriela Gomez. That's honestly, it's lazy play on her part. I'm not sure what's happening, but she's not having the best tournament so far. All right. And they trip all over each other and they don't get the ball over despite scrappy play from Honduras. And we saw a little bit of a temper there by Aceituno, slapping her thighs.
As you can see, the coach is not happy with the setter, and he made that known just now.
Yeah, not happy. The setter, Gabriela Gomez, in the front row. They have a middle blocker and an outside hitter. and they attack the libero out of system here, and just in the middle, that's what you call no man's land, Khalid. They just throw the ball up there for someone to attack, and Aceituno attacks it in the net. And we see a small run here from Guatemala. We have Monet back to serve. That's their captain. Now, interestingly enough, she's choosing to attack the libero. I'm not certain. That's typically not a strategy that people utilize here in volleyball. But probably Aceituno and the other outside hitter. See, they serve Aceituno, not the best pass. And that is not a smart play there by Gomez. She doesn't square up once again. Goes to the opposite hitter.
Will make her pay for that one.
And they go to the outside, and that's number 14. That's actually a passing substitution that they made. They forgot to put back in one of their main hitters, Santa Cruz, and they're making that change now. That's number 12, Santa Cruz, coming back in. And Santa Cruz, while she doesn't have the jumping ability of Monet, Guatemala's captain, she has good control of her ball, and she executes that line shot well. I would look to her to use the block of Honduras, especially the setter there, and she's gonna get some points. And the ball served way out there by number 12 for Honduras. That is Genesis Ohuela. Genesis Ohuela serves the ball out. And we have number 16 for Guatemala back to serve. That's Andrea Mendizabal. And she's back to serve here, Khalid. Let's see if she can make a run. Guatemala is down 14-8. She serves the libero, decent pass, and that is it was a trick there, not the best trick, but it ends up working. That ball was high over the net, Khalid. They should have read that.
It's the second time she did that in a short sequence. As an attacker, you would be mad with your setter because she has no confidence in you.
Yeah,
she's saying.
Exactly. That's exactly what that's saying, because it's not best. And we have number 14, Natalia Reyes, serving. Pretty good serve there. Puts Guatemala out of system. They set number 5 there, who's the setter. All right, they go to number 12, Santa Cruz, and like we said, good control of the ball. It wasn't the best set. She even had an unorthodox approach, but she was able to see the defense and put the ball where the defense wasn't.
She if you notice, she looked up at the last moment and she just looked for the open spot.
Right. That's the sign of a smart hitter, Khalid. And typically those hitters that have that kind of control are good servers as well, and that's what we're seeing here for Santa Cruz. Looking at it from here, I'll be honest, it doesn't look like that hard of a ball to pass, but it's giving this Honduran team a lot of trouble. So maybe there's more to it than meets the eye.
That's correct. I guess the best view will be out there on the court.
Out there on the court. And I wouldn't know, Khalid, because I'm not a passer. I just scold the passers when they don't pass the ball well.
Yes, that's one of the duties that we get to enjoy.
That's right, and a block there, muscled at the net for Santa Cruz. All right, Santa Cruz gets the ball. They go right back to her, and she turns it, but she turns the ball out. She didn't get a full jump there, Khalid, and she still tries to go down the line. It's like what you mentioned earlier. Those line shots really require a level of vertical ability. Correct. And now we see it's. I think the score inside here is off by a bit, but the score is saying 15-10. I know viewers, you're seeing 16-9, and Honduras, Gabriela Gomez, the setter, serves the ball out, and the Honduran coach is not happy.
Guatemala is slowly making its way back into
That's right, Khalid.
And look who is up to serve now.
And it's Santa Cruz, their best server. Let's see, she served the ball out the first time around. Let's see if she can rattle off a couple points here. And now it's 16-10. All right, bad serve. It's a free ball for Guatemala. Let's see what the Guatemala offense is on a beautiful set to the outside. A jump set there. They go to Rocio Duran. And it's a net called on Celiazar. And now Guatemala, it's now 16-11. Guatemala slowly creeping back up into this game.
The referee made a good call there, Francis. As you can see, no complaints from the attacker.
Yeah, it was actually Duran in the net. It wasn't number 15. And what happened, she didn't hit the net, but her foot crossed the line. And you can see her apologizing to the block of Guatemala, because that can be a dangerous play. And we have another great serve there by Santa Cruz. Good dig there by the setter. They get it out of system to Monet, and just an easy roll ball in between the block, and number 12 Ohuela is not able to take care of it. And we see Duran coming back into the game here for Honduras. That is Dazzly Duran rather. And they take Owela back out of the game. Honduras still going with their second libero, number 1. They have taken out their libero, who is number 9, Caraccioli. They've taken her out of the game. Here's Santa Cruz's serve for Guatemala. All right, good pass here for the Honduran libero and a big block, but scrappy defense, free ball for Guatemala. Let's see what they choose to run, and that quick set to the outside. Good dig once again by Honduras. Let's see what Duran chooses to do right in the middle of the court. Let's see if they can get it over. Great play there by Guatemala, and going to the outside, the ball comes in. It was an errant set there by Gabriela Gomez, and back to Monet. Monet rolls the ball. Let's see what they do. It's going to be a quick set to the outside. Guatemala does not trust their middle hitter, Khalid. They've gone to Monet now 5 straight times.
Yes, Francis, but that was an excellent rally just now. Both teams gave it their all, but as you mentioned, Guatemala is becoming predictable. All Honduras needs to do now is start to stack their blocks on the right side of the court.
That's right, and that should be possible given the fact that it's not the setter in the front row, it's the opposite and they're bigger middle. So they should be able to stop Monet, but that great leaping ability is giving them a lot of trouble. But here's Santa Cruz back to serve for Guatemala, and she serves Aceituna once again. And another point there for Guatemala. It's now 14-16. Honduras looks like they're gonna call a timeout here. Are they? No, the coach is letting it play there, Khalid.
Seems like he tell everyone there in the past.
Oh no, he presses the button himself. That's the sign of a frustrated coach, Khalid.
Yes, that is correct, Francis. And the coach right now is like, what can I do? How can I get these ladies to work?
And he has gone to his backup libero. He has made a passing switch there by putting Owela in for Duran. Then Owela was having trouble with this serve from Santa Cruz, so he puts Duran back in the game. Now Duran is having trouble, but it seems like Santa Cruz is serving across the court and attacking Aceituno. And that is evident, and Aceituna has had 3 bad passes in a row. Normally they call it milking the cow, Khalid. You find the weak spot, you find the cow and you milk her.
That is correct, Francis. I'm not sure. I think what Honduras needs to do is I'm sure the opposite can have some great hands, even if it's for a 2 rally. Get that setter out the game to regroup.
Right, and Honduras is not in the best space given the fact that they only have 1 setter. All right, and Santa Cruz back to serve. Her serving has pulled Guatemala back into this game. It's 16-14. Honduras is up. Guatemala making a run, and another great serve by Santa Cruz. Going to be a free ball there for Guatemala. Let's see what the setter does. Outside. And as usual, predictable, but they're going to Monet every time. It seems that if you see the setter jumping, Khalid, she's going to the outside. She has not set the middle once on a jump set.
But right now, the captain is hot, and if the setter goes any other place with that ball, the coach will be on her. So
yeah, that's true. You ride your hot hand.
Correct.
That right here in Belize they say, I'll set you till your hand drop off. So right, and she turns it, and a beautiful ace there by Santa Cruz. Everyone was bracing up for the cross-court serve. She goes down the line, and she has tied this game up. It's now 16-16, folks. And we see, I don't know what answer Honduras has. Guatemala was down by as many as 10 points here in the 3rd set. They've clawed their way back. It's now 16-16. And Khalid, I hate to bring up the past, but this is exactly what happened to Honduras yesterday against El Salvador. Another great serve from Santa Cruz, and now Guatemala has taken the lead here in the 3rd set. Incredible comeback for Guatemala. They were down by as many as 10, and now we see Owela coming back in for Duran. The coach has exhausted all his passing options there, Khalid. Let's see what they can do now. Owela back in the game. No one has an answer for Santa Cruz's serve for Guatemala. And let's see what they do here.
Been serving maybe about what, 5 service now?
This is now this. She started serving, Khalid, when it was 16-10, which means she has 7 and now 8 points straight for Guatemala on the back of Santa Cruz serving. You can see her walking away. She's a little tired, but I don't think this is gonna stop her, Khalid. When these jump servers get in a rhythm, they're
Yeah.
so hard to stop.
That hop skip seems to be part of her routine.
It is. She does it every single time going back to get the ball. And Santa Cruz back to serve. This is serve number 9 for her. And she gets the ball in, and another ace serve for Santa Cruz. Another ace serve.
And that was a deceptive serve just now. It looked like it was coming down the middle and then it shifted to the right side.
All right, and we see the setter and the captain talking to the coach there, and the coach is gonna call another. Oh, that's another. They were only to call a timeout, but it would have been a late call there. It's
Yes.
a good thing they didn't do it, or else that would have been a red card, right, Khalid?
That is correct, Francis.
And now it's 19-16. Guatemala has taken the lead right down the middle. Ohuela with the serve. All right, they go to Aceituna. That has been the first playable pass that Honduras has had on Santa Cruz's serve. Santa Cruz served 9 straight ball, folks. They were down 16-10, and Santa Cruz brought them all the way to 19-16. Now it's 19-17.
And that is very a very consistent server.
That's a very consistent server. And the ball is served out by Aceituno. It's now 20-17. Guatemala is up. And you know, if there are 2 key takeaways from the game so far, Khalid, it's the tempo set to the outside for Monet, the captain of Guatemala, and the jump serving of Santa Cruz. Those are the strengths of Guatemala. And now they serve the Honduran libero. All right, there they go. All right, they serve. It's a free ball now. The setter
outside.
goes. Of course, they're going to the outside. The ball flies past the antenna. It's an out-of-system dig. It's going to be a free ball here for Guatemala. I can bet you they're going to go to Monet. All right, there they go to Monet, and they attack the libero, and that's a point for Guatemala, 21-17.
I think it's time for Honduras to switch the liberos back.
All right, and now the Honduran coach calls his second timeout. I don't know, Khalid, he has tried a passing substitution. He has switched his liberos. Let's see what other options he has on the bench. They have number 25, Gabriela Moncada. They have number 9 there, and that is no, sorry, that's the backup libero. They have Guyana Garcia, who they can put in, but Honduras does not have a deep bench, Khalid. We'll see what the Honduran coach how he can settle his team. But this Guatemalan team is on fire, and they're on fire on the backs of Monet, their captain.
And that will come back to bite them, that they don't have a deep bench. As the longer this tournament goes, the legs on the court will start to wear out.
That's right, it's a marathon, Khalid. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and every game counts. All right, and that's an errant serve there for Honduras. It's going to be a free ball for Guatemala. Let's see, my guess would be outside. And they go outside. Monet uses the block. The ball is going one place over and over, Khalid, and that's outside to Monet, and Guatemala is feeling it. They're dancing on the court. Their fans are hyped. They have come to watch their team, and their team and their captain is delivering.
As mentioned, Francis, immediately as the ball crossed to the Guatemala side of the net, the blockers should just stack to the right side.
Oh, and what a Jack Smith there by Monet on an overpass by the libero for Honduras. It's now set point for Guatemala. Correction there, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 23. It's now 23-17. Guatemala is up here in the third set.
Honduras has put the starting libero back in the game.
All right, they've switched the liberos again. They're trying everything they can, and the ball comes off the tape. Errant pass there for Honduras. They get to the opposite, and that's a net violation there by Guatemala. Oh no, they called the net. They called the net on Honduras there, Khalid.
Yes.
It's now set point for Guatemala. Set point for Guatemala, and we have number 4 back to serve. That's number 4 for Guatemala. That is Sofia Ibarra. Let's see if Sofia Ibarra can close out the set. All right, errant pass there by Honduras. They go to the Ohuela. Ohuela tips the ball over. They go to the middle, number 8, and she rips it cross court. All right, it's going to be a free ball there for Guatemala. It's going one place, Khalid. We all know where it's going, and it goes to Monet, who hits it over the top of the outside block. The whole gym knew where that ball was going, Khalid.
So this set was an unpredictable set. Honduras started with a big lead, gave up the lead. The game tied up at 16, and from there Guatemala took over.
Guatemala took control.
Honduras scored 1 point from the score was tied at 16.
That's right. Well, they scored 1 point since the game was at 16-10, Khalid.
That is correct.
Guatemala was down 16-10 in this set, and they finished the set on a 15-1 run to win 25-17. That is absolutely incredible. It's unheard of at this level in volleyball, and it just shows that Guatemala is a well-oiled machine right now, and that machine is named Monet, Khalid.
That the coach seems to be very comfortable with Monet being out there and getting all the sets out as possible.
Well, I am hoping, what I hope, Khalid, as we mentioned before, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And when you have that high usage rate, what ends up happening is that you get burnt out toward the end of the tournament, and Guatemala is our last game. So I hope that they continue to burn out their main hitters so that when they play Belize, Belize can exploit that.
That is correct, Francis. With each match, although you need to focus on what's in front of you, you also need to think about what is coming.
And one of the impressive things that I've seen so far, the only jump setter in this tournament now, I've seen all 5 teams play, and the only jump setter is Guatemala's setter. That's number 5, Jimena Castellanos.
Actually, Francis, the Avianca, the other setter from Belize, she's a jump setter also. Yesterday, her usage was not that high, so we did not get to see her.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the only setter I've seen in actual game mode,
yes,
that has been jump setting is number 5 for Guatemala. I look forward to seeing all our girls, Khalid, all the girls on the court. I hope they all get a chance to get the exposure and the experience of playing at this level. These are truly foundational games as you make the transition from the junior, the under 21, then they move up to the under 23 team, and then the senior team for the seniors like you and I, Khalid.
Yeah, well, I'm the senior.
Okay, you are what they call the Bengue League.
Yeah, that is correct, Francis.
The Bengue League, Mr. Khalid. Well, I would still like to think that I'm in the senior league, though I haven't played on the national team since the 2017 Nicaragua tournament.
And I'm fine being in the Bengue League, Francis. It's no way I can go there and compete with you young bucks right now.
Well, there are young bucks. One of the refreshing things to see as I went to the national team practice the other day, Khalid, was that back in your day and even my day, there were usually at most 2 setters. Currently on the under 19 male national team, there are 6 setters. Half of their team can set, and that's a refreshing thing to see.
And it just goes to show the mindset is changing of the athletes, because normally they run away from the responsibility of being a setter.
That's right.
And it just shows that that they want to take on the challenge. They want to run the team. They want to be the leader.
Absolutely, Khalid. And we have Santa Cruz, the serving MVP for Guatemala, starting the 4th set. All right, she serves Aceituna. Decent pass here. They go to the outside, and Aceituna rips it cross court. They go to the outside to Monet. She rips it right over the blocks. It's going to be a free ball. No, it's a Jack Smith there for Honduras. Let's see if Honduras can give them a free ball. They get the ball over to Guatemala. It's a free ball for Guatemala. They go to the outside, and that's Monet crushing that ball.
Monet swung into the net just now, Francis. So the point goes to Honduras.
No, right, you're right, Khalid, and yep,
she fell into the net after she hit the ball.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
I don't think Honduras even know that they got that point just now, but it's now 1-0. Honduras is up. Guatemala has become a predictable team. It's working right now, Khalid, but when you become predictable like that, it doesn't bode well throughout the entire tournament. It's a good pass by Santa Cruz. Oh, they set the middle there, but she hits it into the net.
That's what I was wondering. When she fell into the net just now, I wonder if that was a bit of fatigue. She lost her balance and she just came down into the net.
That's right. As you get tired, you lose some of that bodily control, and then you start to see errant plays such as that one.
Although the court seems small, but volleyball is a fast-paced sport. So you're constantly in motion. You constantly have some responsibility out there. So you have to keep moving.
Oh, and a big block there by Monet. Going to the outside. Here's Aceituno. Tight set. She hits it. Looks like she hits it into the block there. It's going to be a roll ball. Dig by Guatemala. They go to the outside, and they're just... That quick jump of Monet is certainly saving her, because a lot of times she's not even in position. She doesn't get that full approach. She just jumps up and hits the ball down the line.
Correct, and you see the quick swing she has. So,
Yeah.
that helps her a lot.
It does, it does. It seems like early in this set, the coach for Guatemala has told his team to set the middle. Told his setter to set the middle some more, establish the middle. That's going to free up the wings. But I think that even though they threw a couple of bones in the middle here and there, Khalid, Honduras's block should not respect the middle of Guatemala simply because the ball is going to Monet.
That is correct. The only ball that did not go to Monet went to the opposite. So
That's right.
So why even scout the middle?
To Monet once again, she rips it cross court and the libero out of position. That's the second libero there for Honduras. It's now 3-2. Honduras is up.
But also what happened just now, the outside blocker did not mark properly. So
That's right. The ball fell in, Khalid. And the outside mark on the blocker was too far, too close to the antenna. So that means it opened up more cross court for the hitter there. And we have the number 8 for Guatemala with the serve. Free ball there for Guatemala. Let's see what happens. They go to the pipe. That's Santa Cruz. She hits it over the tape there. Free ball once again for Guatemala. Let's see where they go. And that's a trick there for the Guatemala setter. It ends up working. That was a mental miscue there for Honduras. And it's now 3-3. The set is tied. And we have Guatemala up 2-1. Your prediction is looking good now, Khalid.
yeah, I'm not sure in which direction though.
well, you predicted Guatemala in 4. Now they're up 2-1.
But,
So we'll see what happens.
This set has started interesting. It's the first one that has been competitive from the start.
That's right.
Normally, it's a runaway.
That's right. Usually we have an early run by either team, and that team that has that early run usually sustains it throughout the set. Right now we have Guatemala. They're up 4-2. Let's see if number 8 for Guatemala can keep up the serve. No, she can't. She serves it out. That was Sopeño for Guatemala. It's now 4-4. The score is tied here in the 4th set. Currently Guatemala is up 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. They're up 2-1. We have the number 15 serving for Honduras, and that is Shanette Celiazar. But that's ripped there for Guatemala.
Guatemala finally went back to the middle and it paid off for them.
It paid off, and I believe it paid off because there was a lack of respect for the middle ball there, Khalid.
That is correct.
I know Monet's in the back row, she's serving, so we'll see where they choose to go. They didn't bring in the other setter, now that the setter is in the front row. And serve there by Monet. They attack the libero, not the best pass. They go to the right side, the opposite. She hits it, Monet with the dig. It's gonna be an out of system hit there for Santa Cruz, right in the split of the block. They go to the outside and the lefty for Durant. She crushes the ball, or she fingers the ball. Now a free ball for Honduras. That ball looked out, Khalid, that ball looked out. But they set the middle on a 31. It was blocked there by Guatemala. Out of system hit, Santa Cruz able to save it. Dug there by Guatemala. They set the lefty once again. That's just as good as a free ball. Jump set to Santa Cruz. She goes over the top of the block, dug by Honduras. Set there by Gomez, free ball for Guatemala. Let's see what they choose to run. They go to the middle and she hits it right into the libero, dug by the libero. Free ball once again for Guatemala. Let's see where they choose to go. And she dumps the ball, dug once again by Honduras. A pipe there and it goes off the block of Guatemala. Yes. Point for Honduras.
Honduras was on the receiving end of that rally every time they were in defensive mode, but they held on and they won that point.
They held on and it paid dividends.
On the other end, what I'm noticing is that Honduras is starting to read Santa Cruz. She seems to be a strategic hitter. She hits the places the coach tell you to hit, like on broken plays, she goes for the safe shots. And it seems Honduras is starting to figure that out.
That's right, that's right. And we see the fact that Gabriela Gomez didn't jump on the block just now. It just gave one more thing for Santa Cruz to think about. And she ends up hitting the ball in the net there, Khalid. So Honduras is now up 6-5, ladies and gentlemen. 6-5 here in the 4th set. We have Duran back to serve. That's Rocio Duran. That's a pretty good serve. They go to the middle there for Guatemala. All right, dug by Honduras. They go to the outside. Here's the lefty Duran. All right, and Sopeño could not get out of the way.
Yeah, that was
of
a
the setter.
miscommunication just now.
You know, typically when you dig those balls, if the ball pops straight in the air, Khalid, your job as a hitter is to get out of the way. But we see the Guatemalan team talking it out. And that Guatemalan setter, like I keep on saying, it's impressive that she's able to jump set there, Khalid. Duran on the serve. She tries to hit that line shot, but it goes a little too long there, Khalid. All right, and now it's 7-6. 7-6. Guatemala is up here in the fourth set. Oh, sorry, Honduras is up here in the fourth set. We have the middle for Guatemala. Back to serve. That's number 16. That's Mendizabal for Guatemala. Let's see if she can make a run here.
Yes, she will attack the liberal as she did in the
All right,
set.
and she did just that, Khalid. They go to the D, that back row set. All right, dug there by Guatemala. Out of system set for Santa Cruz. All right, Aceituno with the throws the ball to the outside. That's a trick there. And a beautiful trick there, dug by Honduras. All right, let's see what happens. She goes to the outside, Santa Cruz. And Santa Cruz attacks the split in the block there, Khalid.
That's what I was telling you about. She's a technical and textbook hitter. She hits the way you're coached to hit, but if she had a bit more power, she would be dominating this match.
That's right, Khalid. And what she lacks in power, she makes up for in technique. That is evident on her serve. That's evident on her court awareness and her ability to know where the defense is not. She hits those spots. She gives the defense a lot of problems. All right, and a big block there by Guatemala. All right, they go to the pipe. There's another block there by Guatemala.
Triple block by Guatemala.
And an errant dig there by the middle, Mendizabal for Guatemala. Middles are typically not the best defensive players, Khalid.
And if you notice the Guatemalan setter, she gets up pretty high on the block.
She does. Right now we have number 7 for Honduras serving, Khalid. That's Dasli Duran serving for Honduras. They're up 8-7 here in the fourth set. A beautiful serve, but an even better pass. Quick set to the outside. That's to Santa Cruz. And a trick there. A good play there by Guatemala to pick that ball up. Free ball for Honduras. Not played well. Honduras does have some problems with the free ball. They give a free ball right back to Guatemala. And they go to the middle. Not the best connection between the middle and the setter. And they use the outside hand of the setter. Dug by Guatemala. They go to Santa Cruz. Dug blocked by Honduras. Honduras gets the ball. They set the outside. And Aceituna is clearly aiming for the hands of the setter on the block there, Khalid.
And as you can see, the setter from Honduras has started the match better. Her ball is reaching outside. It's where the hitters want the ball so they can do their work.
Absolutely, Khalid. And you can only make those line shots if the ball is making it to the outside. That ball looked like it was going out. All right, Guatemala ends up getting it back over. Free ball there for Honduras. They go to the middle. They ran a play, actually. They ran a 3-1-5-2 where they brought the outside hitter to hit in the middle. And it doesn't end up paying off for them.
The Guatemalan middle blocker did not bite on that one.
No, so you can see the middle blocker or the middle hitter for Honduras tried to run all the way to the outside, and they brought a decoy. She was the decoy. They brought a hitter there in the middle, but it didn't work out for them. The setter serving for Guatemala. And let's see who was in the net there. The setter for Honduras was in the net, and we have a tied ball game, Khalid. It's now 9-9.
That was a tight pass, Francis. She was unable to set that ball, so she was trying to put it across.
It also seems like she got there a little late there, Khalid.
That is correct. Upon review, we saw that the pass seemed that she could have been able to handle it.
And we have the setter serving here for Guatemala. All right, she attacks Duran on the serve. All right, they go to Aceituna. They're bringing her in the middle now. That's an interesting tactic there by Honduras. Once again, all right, they go to the back row, the big lefty Duran. All right, dug there by Guatemala. Hit on the second ball there by the middle, Sopeño for Guatemala, and Guatemala gets the point.
Yeah,
now, it seems...
The libero on that play was she was glued to the floor. It was an easy ball. She just needed to make one step forward, and that ball would have been dug and passed to perfection.
That's right there, Khalid. And there are a lot of technical miscues. You know, late in these games, it really pays dividends to stick to your fundamentals. And since we're talking about dividends, let's pick up HRC, one of the sponsors, making a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, Francis, I like your transition there.
You like that? That one is smooth, Khalid.
Yeah,
I'll think of some more, no worry. And we have the setter for Guatemala, back to serve. She puts Honduras out of system. Aceituna. All right, she tries to attack the block there. All right, it's going to be a free ball. That's a well-placed free ball there for Honduras. They go to the middle there for Guatemala. All right, another free ball. That's going to the outside. We all knew it was coming, and Santa Cruz puts it down. She doesn't have that leaping ability or that quick swing that Monet has, Khalid, but Santa Cruz is a very technical player, and she hits the ball into space. And we see that the set for Guatemala, that setter is making those balls reach to the outside, and that gives more options to the hitter. She's back to serve now. That's number 5 for Guatemala, and that's just an errant serve. Yeah. She serves the ball out, and that's Jimena Castellanos, the setter for Guatemala.
You can see the technique was off. She swung across her body. That's why the ball drifted to the outside of the court.
That's right, Khalid. And now we have Natalia Reyes serving for Honduras. Honduras is down by 1 here in the 4th set, and they're down 2 sets to 1. Let's see what they can muster up here to keep this set going. All right, Guatemala goes to the middle, and there was no block there. They hit it right in the seam. Point for Guatemala. And it seems like Guatemala is going back to that middle, and we saw that little bunny hop that you were talking about earlier from Santa Cruz, Khalid. That seems to be a part of her pre-serve ritual. Let's see.
That gets her going, gets her hype.
That gets her hype, and Santa Cruz on the serve. Beautifully placed serve, attacks the libero. Good pass and good set. All right, and she wasn't able to dig that ball. Guatemala wasn't able to dig that ball well enough for the setter to make it there in time.
And if you notice, Santa Cruz had gained some confidence. The ball is starting to come with some sauce.
Yeah, the ball had more loop earlier. Now it's coming a little harder. It's now 12-11 in the 4th set. Guatemala is up by 1. Gabriela Gomez back to serve for Honduras. All right, ball goes outside. There is Monet. The setter's favorite target is up front. Oh, and a big block there by Sopeño for Guatemala there. Khalid, Sopeño is their opposite hitter. That's Ivana Sopeño.
The ball fell inside again, and the outside blocker had a perfect mark.
And I would venture to say that right now, Khalid, 3 out of every 4 sets are going to go to Monet, number 6, the captain for Guatemala. Free ball, Guatemala. I'm willing to go. I'm willing to bet that this ball is going. Oh, they go to the middle, and the middle hits the ball out. I think this setter is making a conscious effort to use her middles more, Khalid, but that was the perfect time to shoot that ball to the outside for Monet. And we have number 17, Honduras' main gun there, Aceituna, back to serve. All right, Honduras is down by 1 here in the 4th set. A great serve there by Aceituna. The setter just gets there. It's going to be a free ball for Honduras here. They go to the opposite, and the miscommunication there between the libero and the center back there for Guatemala. We have a tied ball game here in the 3rd set.
The Honduras setter used good technique just now. She held the blockers and late she pushed her hip forward and set the ball back, and she gave the attacker a chance.
It's all about fundamentals, Khalid, and another great serve by Khalid ends up being an ace for Aceituno. Honduras retakes the lead here in the 4th set. They need this set, Khalid. They need this set in order to come back and have a chance in this game. The Aceituno is back to serve. Honduras is down by 1 set. It's 2-1 Guatemala, a 14-13 here, and an ace serve for Aceituna. Back-to-back aces for her, and we see a timeout there by Guatemala. What do you think is happening, Khalid?
Well, the server is attacking position 5, I'm sorry. But Guatemala, all they need to do is step back a bit deep and push the libero to that side. Leave the side of the court open. Most of the match you have not served position 1, so with good scouting on the bench, they should have been all over that.
What I've noticed, Khalid, is that the large majority of servers in this tournament are float servers, and none of the teams are passing the ball with their hands. They all are trying to bump the ball. Isn't it easier to pass a float serve when you're using your hands?
That is correct, but that also takes some strength.
It takes some strength in the fingers and the hands.
That is correct.
All right.
And it takes some confidence.
That's true. I guess as setters, that's our go-to because we naturally have strong hands.
That is correct.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Honduras is up by 2 points here in the 4th set. It's 15-13. Aceituno back to serve. She had back-to-back aces before the timeout. Goes back to the same position. Good pass here by Santa Cruz. They go to Monet. Monet hits the ball comes back over, and Guatemala's middle blocker blocks the ball but out of bounds. What happened there? And in these moments here, Khalid, it's almost certain that Guatemala on any pass is going to go to their main hitter, Monet. They're not going to go to the right side hitter or the middle hitter. And they go and they're choosing to attack her once. Oh, and another great serve by Aceituno.
It seems that there's an injury in the court. Yeah, the referee will stop the game.
What ended up? Oh, and the Guatemalan setter there looks like she suffered an injury. We saw her run up into the post, and she seems to be crying there on the court. It seems to be her ankle there, Khalid. I don't know what happened, but she's certainly in a lot of pain. We can only hope from up here that she's okay. She ran there, and I think that she rolled her ankle there as she was trying to stop. A round of applause for her. It's that right ankle there that she rolled, and Guatemala is going to have to put back into.
But the good thing is Guatemala brought insurance. They brought a backup setter.
They did indeed. They brought a backup setter, but we hate to see injuries like this, Khalid. We hate to see them. Let's see if Guatemala as a team. We see the doctor there checking her out, and Monet is blocked. Let's see. No, Guatemala not able to get the ball over, and Honduras is up here 17-13 in the fourth set. The motor of this Guatemalan team was certainly that setter.
We need to give some acknowledgement to our medical staff for the tournament, Dr. Ratania and Javier Cano.
Absolutely, Khalid. They are also here helping us out. Here's another view of the injury right there. She rolls her ankle as she was trying to stop, and the ref ends up. You can see she tried to run it off and continue playing, but it's a serve over. She can't keep on going. She can't put any pressure on the ankle, and the medical staff is tending to her now.
As referees, we're trained to stop the game in the cases of injury, Francis, to avoid further damage to the
Absolutely.
players.
We see we're looking at Jimena here. Jimena is in a great deal of pain. We wish her all the best. They've taken her shoe off and they're icing that ankle.
And that's very unfortunate, Francis, because she was the brains of the operation.
She was indeed, and we hate to see it, Khalid, but this, and we see the amount of pain that she's in. We hate to see these types of injuries. But on the other side, Khalid, this might just be the break that Honduras needed in order to try to come away with a win. You hate to think that, but at the end of the day, the game goes on, and Honduras, certainly, this is a break for them, and we see them utilizing it.
That's why it's important when you come to these tournaments, you bring a deep team.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems Aceituno still serving. It's 18-13 here in the fourth set. The fact that that they've taken her shoe off and that they're icing it though, Khalid, that means that it's not too much of a serious injury, as much as a ligament tear or anything like that. It seems like it might just be a sprain, and that's why they're icing it. And we see a beautiful line shot there. The line judge, Leon Leslie, straight out of Baca Martins, called that ball in.
The Guatemala team did not seem to agree, but let's see this replay here.
And in the replay, the ball was right there in the last tile of the court there, Khalid.
Leon has been around this court practically his entire life, so
that's right.
We have full confidence in him out there.
Absolutely. And the Honduran setter set it to the outside. Beautiful trick there by Honduras. Guatemala is completely out of sync here, Khalid. Completely out of sync.
An injury like that to your main player in the team, it's hard to recover from.
And what's interesting, Guatemala has taken out their main hitter. They are resting her for this fifth and final set. They've already given up on this set, so they are playing for the fifth set, Khalid. Monet has been their go-to. They're giving her legs some rest. We'll see, maybe that changes the momentum of things, but certainly that seems like what they were doing there. Pass there by Santa Cruz. They go to the substitute, the recently substituted number 14 for Guatemala. That is Trujillo. Big block there by the middle for Guatemala. They go to the outside. Here is Duran. Duran fingers the ball over. All right, here's the opposite there for Guatemala. And here is Gomez. She gives the ball to Rocio Duron. and Rocio rolls the ball right in between the backup setter and number 12 Santa Cruz. So even defensively, we see these miscues that are coming from not having their leader on the court, who is number 5. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that she's okay. That's number 5 for Guatemala, their setter, Jimena Castellanos. We wish her well. We hope that she's able to come back. And Guatemala hits the ball out there. Honduras gets the point. It is now 23 to 13, I believe. 22 to 13.
Ankle injury is the most common injury in the sport, and it happens a lot. And unfortunately, it's just one of those things that comes.
Yeah, I'm certain you have as well, and me myself, I've suffered several ankle injuries throughout my years of playing volleyball. And you see the coach for Guatemala is using his bench. He's bringing in all of his substitutes to give just that much more rest to his key players in order to facilitate a win there in the 5th set. That's a very tactical move, Khalid. That shows that he trusts his players to come back in the 5th set, reset, and win that set to win the game.
Yes, and it's also a risky move because players can get cold on the bench.
That's true. But it seems that Guatemala is out of rhythm, so there's not much rhythm that can be lost here.
Correct. At this point, it's not much you can do.
Yeah, so we out of system hit there, and number 11 hits the ball over. That's number 11 for Guatemala, Annalisa De Leon. On a big block there. 4-touch for Honduras, and Guatemala gets the point. And number 11, Annalisa De Leon Rodas goes back to serve for Guatemala. This is the first time we'll see a serve from her. Let's see if she's able to rattle off a few points here. It seems that she's going to, based on her body position, she's going to try to attack Duran here. She serves the ball just out. It seems that she didn't have the best mechanics there, and it's now set point for Honduras.
It seems like the Guatemalan starting setter is done for this match. She's making no movement to put on back her tennis. And
she took her shoes off, Khalid, and now her socks are off as well. I think she's done for this match, and so Guatemala will have to rely on their backup setter. It's a free ball here for Honduras. And a big block there by Honduras to win this 4th set. We're going to a 5th set, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break here before the fifth and final set for Guatemala versus Honduras.
The National Channel, your leading entertainment station in national programming. Trending topics, original shows, and your favorite sports. Providing top quality production for maximum nationwide coverage in high definition. TNC 10, your entertainment station.
Planning on building something right? Belmopan Aggregates and Hardware has all the building supplies you need. Steel, cement, aggregates, sand and gravel, cement blocks. We are the leading supplier of DeWalt power tools and the sole dealer of Generac home standby and commercial generators in Belize. We carry lawn supplies and equipment from weed eaters, lawnmowers, gardening tools, all the way to Bentley seeds. Need to cool off your home or office space? Our regular and inverter Temp Blue air conditioners will help you beat the heat. We carry the best brands in home appliances, KitchenAid, Brentwood, Charbroil, and Frigidaire. Our parts and repair department stocks parts for all the brands we sell, and our repair shop confidently stands behind those brands we carry. We're located at number 5 Forest Drive and open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Belmopan Aggregates and Hardware. Everything priced right every day.
Every griller does it a little differently. Dry rub, wet rub, smoked, wood, gas, charcoal, sauce, no sauce. One thing they can all agree on is Running W brand meats. For almost 40 years, tender, fresh cuts of Running W meats have graced the grills across Belize and finished at the center of some of our best times. Running W brand meats. Give me some of the nice thing.
Glaze Out the Competition Season 2, the hottest kitchen in Belize.
So far, Guatemala lost the first set to Honduras and then took control of this game. They won the second and third sets on the backs of their setter and their main hitter, their captain Monet. However, unfortunately, in the fourth set, Guatemala's setter number 5, Jimena Castellanos, suffered a gruesome ankle injury, and ever since their backup setter came in, they have not been the same, Khalid.
Francis, I'm wondering about how will Honduras handle another fifth setter back-to-back nights.
Back-to-back nights, Honduras has gone to 5 sets eventually, and we see the setter for Guatemala being helped off. I think she may be going to the hospital there, Khalid, and Gabriela Gomez starts to serve there for Honduras and starts the match with an ace, or this set with an ace. In the fifth and final set, Khalid, it only goes to 15 points, which means that you have to start strong and then you need to execute.
Yeah, so your margin of error is decreased, and so every point is important at this moment.
And Gabriela Gomez starts with 2 good serves and 2 aces for Gabriela Gomez, 1 to each side of the court. She started off by attacking Santa Cruz, number 12 for Guatemala, and then she attacked their captain Monet on the second ball. It's 2-0. Honduras is up here in the fifth and final set. Day 2 here of the U21 Central American Female Volleyball Championships. And Gabriela Gomez back to serve, another good serve, but great pass there. They go to the middle, and the middle puts it away. That's number 4 there, Sofia Ibarra for Guatemala. And the setter, interestingly enough, Khalid, usually they start so that Santa Cruz can be the first server, but they've gone back to conventional volleyball there for Guatemala, and their setter will be the first server.
And it was done to stabilize the team. As you can see, they were all out of their wits the way that set ended.
And number 7, the backup setter for Guatemala, gets an ace there. That's Andrea Chavez Alvarez. And now we have a tie ball game, 2-2 here in the fifth and final set.
Well,
Guatemala versus Honduras.
She needs to start to produce now, because it seems it's her team now the rest of the way.
Yeah, after that injury to Jimena Castellanos, I'm not certain she'll be able to come back, but we're hoping the best for her. All right, another great serve there by Andrea, and that's a big hit down the line and a big dig by the libero. Monet takes some off of it, rolls it over the block. Aceituno goes cross court. Another big dig by the libero for Guatemala. They go back to Monet. She hits it down the line, and she hits it at the setter, who does not make the best defensive play, and point for Guatemala.
Francis, if you notice, the setter for Guatemala, she's very fast. She's all over that court.
That's right, that's right. And I was worried there for a bit. It was on a similar play to that the first setter got injured there, Khalid. Number 7, Andrea Chavez, back to serve for Guatemala. Guatemala up 3-2 in the fifth and final set here. All right, she goes back to serve. Great serve there, puts Honduras out of system. Free ball there for Guatemala. Let's see what they run. They go to the outside to Monet, down the line, and the ball goes out. Out call there by Leon. Remind me Leon's last name there, Khalid.
He's Leon Gentle. He's one of our national referees, and he has done international matches also. He's the one up next that we're trying to get his certification.
Excellent, excellent. We see everyone everyone putting in their pound, and it's 3-3 here in the fifth and final set. Honduras versus Guatemala. Out of system pass for Guatemala. Monet takes some off of it. Good dig there by the Honduran libero, Rocio Duran, but she is blocked by number 4, Sofia Ibarra, and it goes off of Duran and out. Point for Guatemala.
If she had had the ability to get out the way Francis, she would have gotten that point, but it chipped off her. And
all right, and we hear some Los Angeles Azules playing there. I don't know who they're cheering for, but Guatemala is up here 4-3 here in the fifth set. All right, they serve the libero, not the best pass. They go to the left-hander, Duran, and a big block there by number 8 for Guatemala, Ivana Sopeño. Guatemala has turned up their blocking here, Khalid, in the fifth set.
That was a well-executed block. She did all the technique work. She turned and pointed that ball back into the court.
That's right, that's right. All right, now Guatemala is up 5-3 here in the fifth and final set. 5-3, Monet serving. All right, and Aceituna with a decent pass here. They go to their middle hitter hitting the slide there. And Santa Cruz, the ball was set too far outside. She wasn't able to hit that ball in. It's now 5-4. Guatemala is up. Honduras is serving. And that number 15 there for Honduras serving is Shanette Celiazar.
So the chemistry seemed a bit off with the Santa Cruz and the setter.
And the new setter, yes, you're right there, Khalid, but Celiazar serves the ball out. Those are the kinds of errors you can't afford in a shorter set like this one. 6-4. Guatemala is up here in the fifth and final set.
Francis, this match started at 5 p.m. and it's now 7 o'clock. So these ladies have been battling it out for 2 hours now.
2 hours now, Khalid. And that's a serve there. Oh, that was almost, and it was an errant pass, but ends up getting the point there for Honduras. We have number 2, Rocio Duran, back to serve.
And Honduras played a 2-hour match yesterday, so
their legs will be feeling it. What's interesting, Khalid, is that Duran started playing this game with her mask on, and you can tell that fatigue is setting in. The mask is now below the chin there for Duran.
Yeah, she needs all the air she can get.
That's right. And a good hit there by Sopeño. The opposite, number 8, Sopeño for Guatemala. Guatemala is up 7-5 here in the fifth and final set. Honduras and Guatemala. All right, Khalid, I don't know, what's 8 more points to go. What do you think?
Francis, this one is too close to call.
Too close to call. All right, and Sopeño, Duran passes that ball. That ball looked like it was going out. They go. It's going to be a roll ball right in the middle.
At this point in the game, you have to play those. You can't take the chance.
Yeah, you can't take the chance there, Khalid. And now we have Nazli Duran back to serve. That's Nazli Duran serving for Honduras. Honduras is down by 1 here in the fifth and final set. Who wins this set wins the match here, Khalid. And Duran back to serve. Oh, just over the tape, touch there by the libero. Let's see what Monet can do. She takes some off of it. Oh, and Santa Cruz tried to block it.
That's a 4. That's a 4 touch, Francis.
The 4 touch there.
But the referee let it play.
And a block there from Guatemala. Another hit for Aceituna, and she rips it cross court. We have a tied ball game now, Khalid, 7-7.
Her first attempt was an attack, and it stayed on her side, so it wasn't a block, so it should have been called a 4 touch.
I see there, Khalid, the referee missed one there, but regardless, Honduras got the point.
At this point in the game, you're trained to bite your whistle at times.
That's right. Let the players decide the game. Nazli Duran back to serve. And she serves the ball out. That's the second service error here in the fifth set for Honduras. And now, look at the hop. We have that bunny hop there, Khalid. Number 12, Santa Cruz back to serve. She has been killing Honduras all game.
Her spirits still seem to be high, and she's confident in her serve.
Oh, and Honduras got a yellow card here. It might have been for the entrance of the libero. I'm not certain there, Khalid, but Honduras got a yellow card. And Santa Cruz thought they blew the whistle to serve, but actually the second referee is checking the desk.
So who was the yellow card?
It was on the coach there for Honduras, Khalid.
Okay. So now, since the first yellow card has been engaged for the match, the warning phase is over. So any infraction after this goes straight to red.
It's a red card, and just to remind the viewers out there, correct me if I'm wrong, Khalid, but if you get a red card, you lose a point or the other team gains a point.
The other team gains a point, and if you are serving, you lose a rally. No?
Okay. All right, and that Guatemala team is full of spirit, Khalid. If we're judging based off of who has the most spirit, certainly it is Guate.
This might work out in Honduras' favor because the server is getting ice.
That's right, they're icing the server.
So maybe it was a strategic moment by the Honduras team.
It was a convenient time for Honduras to get a yellow card.
This is a bit unorthodox though. The death should not be taking so long
to record a card.
So there might be some trouble with the equipment there.
But Guate is certainly doing their best to stay warm. They're jumping around. They're hype. Number 12, Santa Cruz is feeling it. Guate is dancing. Their fans are into it. What is interesting is that both Guatemala and Honduran, both their fans brought drums with them, Khalid. I guess the drums are...
Yeah. We're having our very own battle of the drums inside the city
this is
center.
battle of the drums. You didn't need to go to PG, ladies and gentlemen. And the bunny hop is back. The bunny hop is back. Santa Cruz going back to serve. She has been killing Honduras with her serve tonight. We'll see if she can replicate those efforts here in the 5th and final set. Let's see what happens. Guatemala is up by 1. All right. And Santa Cruz goes on. Look at what you said, Khalid.
Yeah.
They iced the server, and that's her first service error all night.
That is correct. No, I believe it's a second, Francis, but it was a key service error. It happened at the worst time possible.
Sometimes it's good to get a yellow card, Khalid.
Yeah.
Natalia Reyes is back to serve. And I've gotten a few of those in my day.
I'm sure you know about that very well, yes.
Natalia Reyes goes back to serve. All right, passed by Monet, and they choose to go away from Monet, and that was ripped down the line there, Khalid.
She was almost shot there, Francis.
That was a well-executed, it was somewhat of a 9-1, I would almost call it.
And that was, the number 16 have a deceptively hard hit.
Yeah, she put some power behind that one, and now she's back to serve. Mendizabal for Guatemala. Let's see if she can get this serve.
She attacks the libero every time on her serve, Francis.
And there it is again. She attacks the libero. Oh, but Monet tries to hit it, but she misses the ball. And now it was a point for Honduras. That was a miscue for Guatemala.
Isabel did her job, but maybe Monet, the nerves is getting to her. No, that
she misses the ball and hits the ball into the tape there, Khalid. All right.
Sometimes it's best to just block those down.
That's right, Khalid. That's right. Gabriela Gomez back to serve. She hits it right down the pipe, middle of the court. Outside to Monet. Monet makes up for that. Was a smart hit there, Khalid. She realized that they took away her power angle, so she took some off and ripped it cross court.
Yeah, that was an excellent execution.
All right, now the setter for Guatemala is back to serve. Guatemala up 10-9 here in the 5th set of this match. That's number 7, Andrea Chavez is back to serve. Let's see if she can make a run. She rattled off a few points the last time around. She attacked the serve and an ace once again for Andrea Chavez. Andrea Chavez has a pretty good serve there, Khalid.
And that's it. Honduras needs to take a timeout now, or else this will get out of hand.
And right on cue, as you're calling it, Honduras calls it, Khalid. Timeout for Honduras. It's 11-9. Guatemala is up here in the 5th and final set. And since we have you tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to remind you one more time of some of our sponsors here. Boeing and Boeing Limited, Coke, Crystal Water, Simon Kwan, you name it, they've got it. I needed a new knee the other day and I bought it from Simon Kwan, Khalid.
That's excellent, Francis. I got one of those also.
That's right. Our knees start to give out when we get old.
Yeah.
And we have Sharp Engineering Limited, quality from project concept to completion, and of course TNC. All right, and coming out of that timeout, let's see if Andrea Chavez can replicate those serving efforts here and get another ace or put Honduras out of system. Guatemala is up 11-9, Khalid.
This can be the stage of the game that Honduras passing starts to fail them again.
Yeah, well, it certainly failed them just now before the timeout. Let's see what happens here. Andrea Chavez once again attacks the libero and another bad pass. Free ball here. Guatemala, I think they're going to Monet, Khalid. And they go to Monet and she rips it, dug by Duran. That's Nazi Duran, set to the outside, and a good trick there by Seituno. They go back through to Santa Cruz, and a rip cross court by the lefty, Rocio Duron. That was a good rally there.
Yeah, Duron said, this is my point. Let's end this.
And now Aceituno is back to serve. What is interesting is that Aceituno is the favorite target of the setter for Honduras, Gabriela Gomez. We'll see who she goes to now in the front row. And another good serve there by Aceituno, and a rip there by Monet to get the point for Guatemala. It's now 12-10. Guatemala is up here in the fifth and final set. This set will only go to 15 points. And so it'll come down to efficiency and execution, Khalid.
Yes, Francis. Let's see what the receiving of Honduras will do now.
And now the main hitter for Guatemala is now back row. That's Monet.
That's a great pass.
Good pass. Dug there by the libero for Guatemala. They gave a free ball to Honduras. Rocio Duron, the ball comes off. It was touched there by the middle, but they could not play the ball. 12-11. This is proving to be an exciting match here.
What happened to Guatemala just now, because they were in coverage mode and all the players were up front, so they had nobody to chase that ball.
That's right. And a serving substitution here for Honduras. They brought in number 8, and Guatemala takes a timeout here. Honduras brought in number 8 to serve for Celiazar.
I don't recall seeing number 8 in the match so far, Francis. Have you?
She has not been put in yet. That's Monica Vasquez.
And this is a tough spot to be put in right now, Francis.
It is indeed. Previously, they have used Genesis Owela.
As you can see, the coach has the arm around number 10, and she's trying to speak with her.
Right.
The coach is trying to show love to the team right now. That's a common thing the coach is trying to do, is trying to relax them. The assistant coach, that is.
The assistant coach, and that is Honduran legend Catarina Lisette Leiva Ariola. All right, and Guatemala is back on the court. Those girls are ready to play. Honduras coming out of the huddle now. They made a serving substitution. They took Shanette Celiazar out, and they put number 8 Monica Vasquez in to serve her. Now Monica has not played all game, Khalid. This is a tough spot to bring in a cold player, but let's see if she can come in and execute. It's not an easy thing to do, but she does her job. No, she does not. She serves the ball out. As we mentioned, it's not an easy task to come in cold and serve there, Khalid.
Yes, Francis, and those really work out in your favor. You're bringing a player off the bench, and
yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill that is not easily gained there to come in cold and make a difference there. And an ace there by Guatemala. Match point for Guatemala, 14-11, and it's a timeout for Honduras.
Yeah, I believe Honduras took this timeout too late. Huh?
Yeah, that was back-to-back errors for Honduras. They had a serving error and then a passing error. And now, I've seen many things before, Khalid, but I've seen teams come back from these types of scores, but I don't think it's going to happen here today for Honduras.
If Honduras was more consistent with the passing, it's possible, but I don't see it happen either, Francis.
That's right. And well, we'll see. This is match point here for Guatemala. Let's see if they're able to close out the match. And yeah, Khalid, your prediction may end up coming true. It may be that Guatemala wins the match, but not in 4, in 5. Honduras is going to have to play mistake-free volleyball in order to bring this game back. And it's number 4 serving for Guatemala. That's Sofia Ibarra. She serves Aceituno, another errant pass. It's a free ball for Guatemala. I think they're going to Santa Cruz here. Khalid, no, they go to the middle. Ball comes off, and it's match for Guatemala. Guatemala wins this exciting match in 5 sets.
And it's a well-deserved win, Francis. They executed when it mattered. They fought back after losing the first set. It was an excellent game.
Absolutely, an excellent game. Big up to both teams, both Guatemala and Honduras. Guatemala coming out on top there in 5 sets.
And hopefully we can get an update on the Guatemalan setter.
We certainly wish her well, Khalid. We certainly wish her well. Up next we have El Salvador is going to be playing against Nicaragua, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back shortly as El Salvador takes on Nicaragua.
National Channel, your leading entertainment station in national programming. Trending topics, original shows, and your favorite sports. Providing top quality production for maximum